What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans and Washington Wizards fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. Man, it's been a while since I've called the Spurs. Since I've called the Spurs. Since I've called the Spurs. And Manager Ginobili is sitting to my right. Future Hall of Famer tonight. Yeah. Okay. Manu, thank you for being here. How you feeling? Yeah. All right, you know the deal. The thumbs up, y'all like sports channel, fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious. And as always, go Spurs, go! Back-to-back games. Our favorite as Spurs fans. They play tonight. They play the Heat tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. Obviously, I'll be live for that. And then back to a normal schedule. 3 games next week. I think there's like a day or two off in between each game, which is kind of what I like. I like 3 games a week. It's what's good. Well, Manu Ginobili was a good player and should be in the Hall of Fame. Should have probably been in the NBA's top 75. Maybe at least Tony Parker, and I know there are half a dozen 1-6 in the other. Tony's got the NBA Finals MVP and a few more All Star appearances, so that probably gives him the slight edge. But we should be happy. We had 4 Spurs on that list, the top 75. Tim Duncan, David Robinson, George Iceman Gervin, the number 2. I'm pretty sure was on there. So all things considered, since that was a ESPN list and they gave us credit for 4 players, 30 teams in the league, that's actually not too bad. Anyway, South Tex, what's going on? The Curb, Robert, Jax, Ghost, Turtle Power D. The Spurs come into the Capital One Arena at 23-36. The Wizards, I believe it said 27-31, but they took it down before I could look at it. But I think the Wizards are 4 games under 500. No Kristaps Porzingis for the Wizards. No Bradley Beal. He's on the thumbnail because he's the most identifiable Wizard, in my opinion. So I don't know who's starting tonight for the Wizards. I looked at my roster last time I called one of their games, and it has totally changed night and day. Murray, Vassell, KJ, Duggan, Pirtle, J Money, thank you. That has been the standard starting 5 for San Antonio Spurs for the most part. Obviously, Derrick White was starting over Devin Vassell when he's with the team. That will be the starting lineup moving forward. Part-time Spurs fan, good evening. Jonar, good evening to you. Wardy, any mention of I don't know who you're talking about that you name. Am I missing something? Did something happen? I mean, there's DREW, but he signed with Portland. Why would we not mention? I mean, I don't need to bring him up. I must have missed something. Or something's going over my head. Nito, Kersberg, KCP, Kuzma, and Gafford's starting. All right, I had Daniel. I'm sorry, Daniel Bryant. Yes! Yes! No. I had Thomas Bryant in the starting lineup, so they went with Daniel Gafford as a starter. Okay. I should be good on the bench players. I don't remember the last time I watched the Wizards play. Did the Spurs play the Wizards this season? I feel like we played them already in San Antonio. I don't remember what happened in the game. Bradley Beal out, left wrist. Kristaps Porzingis out, right knee. Thomas Bryant will play, right ankle. Zach Collins in the starting lineup. Yeah, Beal is out for the year. He is. Uh, that you name. No, I'm not. I'm not talking about that on the stream. This is not the place. So let's not bring that up. Best of luck that whole situation. I don't even know where to. Yeah, I got nothing. Let's go Spurs. Absolutely, Brian off the bench. Okay, Lucas, channel member. What's stopping in? I was thinking Drew Eubanks. My innocent childlike mind. I'm like, Eubanks? What did Drew Eubanks do? Gosh, why wouldn't the chat want me to mention Drew Eubanks? Oh no, what happened with Drew? Whoop! Oh, TSR got the mind of a child. Which is why you guys like my channel. It's my youthful innocence. My virgin-like qualities. What? That's actually not, that, I don't even know why I said that. Anyway, I want to see my guy SGA last night. Oh, nice! Mention it because it was in stream. Oh, okay. Yeah, Kerm, I'm not going to bring it up. This is a sports channel. Last year, before I did the hard channel reset or soft channel reset, I probably would have talked about it, but not the place. And I really don't know anything of it. I don't know enough about it to speak correctly on it. So it is what it is. So I want to focus on the Spurs and Wizards tonight. And the Giants content, while it's a little hit and miss, you guys see me maybe occasionally delete a video. Like 4 and 5 videos are doing okay. And I'm taking out the videos that are absolutely tanking to not hurt the algorithm any further with the Giants content. But I'm very happy to have Giants videos now getting about 1,000 views. And again, that's small, but it's a start. It's something to build on. And I love the team and they're bad, much like I love this team and they're struggling too. But I want to cover the teams I love and the teams I love the most. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. Giants, Spurs, neck and neck. I can't imagine my life without either of them. Hey, Veronica! Yes! Future Hall of Famer Manu Ginobili to my right. Yes, yes, that's your mods be on high alert. There's a lot of stuff happening in the world. We really don't want that stuff to come into the chat because it's not the place. And I think for the most part, the regular subscribers of this channel are going to be cool and realize this is not the place. Harden debuts tonight. Okie dokie. Hey, bro, I have about 20 to 30 David Robinson cards from early in the night. Send you as well. What's the best way to get an email? Uh, Lucas, I have hundreds of David Robinson cards. So while I appreciate the gesture, I would say hold on to them. I appreciate it, but I have so many cards from the mid '90s, early '90s. One thing I don't have is a David Robinson autograph. So I'm just throwing that out there. If anybody has a couple extra, one extra throwing around, and you want it to be part of the channel, because I would definitely have that thing on display. No, I'm just kidding. But I actually don't have an autograph. I have a game used basketball card. I always have his jersey. I have his rookie card graded 9.5, I think, but I don't. I never picked up an autograph from him. I just blew that. But he's still signing stuff, so at some point I'll get one. There you go, AD. What's up, AB? Spurs ball. Yes, it's been 8 days. But no, I do have a stack of David Robinson cards. I appreciate it, but I have like a bajillion of them. Drew Eubanks scored 2 last night with the Trailblazers. All right. Oddly enough, I don't know if Derrick White played last night. Keeping tabs on Derrick White, former Spur. I want to see how he plays this year. And obviously, there's a part of me that wants to see, is this a trade that we'll regret, that we'll be happy about, or somewhere in the middle? And I think it's going to be somewhere in the middle. The Celtics are winning with him, as far as I know, but statistically speaking, he's not playing well. So, it is what it is. He played 21 minutes, Drew Eubanks? No kidding. What's up, Keto? Thank you for stopping in. Heyo! Drew started? Wow. Drew was starting apart. So how is Derrick White doing? Oh, look it up. We only have 11 thumbs up. Wow, we have a small crowd. That is extremely low for a start of a stream. Holy moly. It's a Friday night, though. I know a lot of people are out doing stuff or they haven't come into the stream yet, so I assume those numbers will pick up, especially if the Spurs are winning. Fortunately, my channel goes as my teams go, and my teams aren't very good. All right, so Derrick White, 5 games with the Celtics so far, playing 28 minutes a game. That's down 2 from what he was doing with the Spurs. He's shooting 39% from the field and 24% from beyond the arc, averaging 12.4 points per game, 4.4 rebounds, 3.6 assists, 1.4 steals. So actually, he's playing worse in Boston than he was with us. Now, he played his whole career at the Spurs and was used to his teammates. He's in a new system, new coach, new players. So right now, he just might be struggling with that adjustment. But the Celtics are 4-1 with Derrick White. So say what you will, struggling from the field, yes. Winning, yes, as well. Derrick with Boston in his 5 games has a plus 11, plus 12, plus 41, a minus 2 in their 1 loss, and a plus 14. So whatever he's doing out there, it's helping. And he's the type of player that doesn't fill up the box score, those intangible things, like taking charges. The little things he does, scrambling for a ball, giving up your body, those aren't going to show on stats on Basketball Reference. And those are things that help you win games. Thank you, Veronica. Poor Blazers. Nurkic is out. Okay. Hey, Junior, it's going well. Rudy, still going well. It feels weird doing an NBA live stream because, yes, I did the draft, which I felt like that was a disaster, but you guys felt like it went okay because it was so hard doing everything that I was doing that night. I was hoping it would go more smoothly, but I also have very high expectations for myself on the channel, which is a good thing. You want to put out the best quality possible, but this is the first Spurs live stream in 8 days. Or 9 days. They had 8 days off for the All-Star break. Feels weird. Starting lineups: Keldon Johnson, Doug McDermott, Jakob Poeltl, Devin Self, DeJounte Murray. That should be the lineup moving for the rest of the year. For the Wizards, KCP, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Kyle Kuzma, Daniel Gafford, Corey Kispert, And Raul Nito? Well, that's Nito. He's a starting. Drew will probably start for a month. Okay. BRT, you're welcome, Bert. Yes, it kills. It's been a while. It's been a while. That's how I started the stream, too. I was singing. Having a blast still with TSR music. And I got to say, this is probably the happiest I've been with any of the TSR branded content, with doing 1 to 2 videos a week on TSR music. Even if the videos are bombing, I'm having a blast. I put up a ridiculous 40-second Napalm Death cover today that just had me and my friends goofing around from a video a decade ago. And I was laughing making it. And that's the key, to have fun. And then just, focusing on the Giants and Spurs only on this channel has really made me happy. Players are on the court, and away we go. Jakob wins a jump ball, and DeJounte bring it up. Rich is the Spursiest of Spurs fans in the New England. Because that could be Nebraska, not Nebraska, but go Spurs, go. Thank you for your channel member, Phil. Appreciate you being here. And we'll start off with a Doug McDermott layup as he was going back door. I'm the Spursiest of Spurs fans. I'm happy with the channel, guys. I'm really happy with the Spurs content. I've really focused on quality over quantity, which I wasn't doing the first 2 years, which is why I got burned out. And I like where the channel's headed. KCP pulls up for 3, and KC 3 for 3. Kentavious Caldwell Pope, former Los Angeles Laker, Bad Dog Sports favorite player from the Lakers. Just I'd throw my man Bad Dog in there because he's told me that. KJ with the drive, throws it up high off the glass, rolls off the rim, no good. Wizards ball. Keldon Johnson wearing some funky Cole Medina green shoes tonight. They kind of clash with the silver and black outfit, just my 2 cents. That's another pull-ups 3, and that one's an In-N-Out burger. Who shot that? I think that was Raul Nito. I don't know what he looks like. He looks like that guy. All right, I know what it looks like now. DeJounte drives to the hoop, throws it up off the backboard. It's good, and all-star DeJounte Murray with his first bucket of the game. Yep, no Kristaps tonight, though. Kristaps Porzingis is out for the Wizards, as is Bradley Beal, their 2 best players. I believe, not playing. Pull-up jumper by Kyle Kuzma, former Los Angeles Laker as well. No good. Part of that Russell Westbrook trade. DeJounte Murray pull-up from the free throw line. Good. DeJounte Murray loves that short mid-range jumper. He's really nailed those a lot. Oh, Northeast. I don't think it was New England. Because that would be correct. Connecticut's in New England. I'm from Massachusetts, also New England. Anyway, Wizards ball, 10 minutes to go. The Spurs are up 6-3. KCP rocking the headband, passes across court. Baseline 3 is a swish till the fish for Corey Kispert. The game is tied. That's right. DJ Starr is right. And down the other end, Doug McDermott with a layup. And was a foul before the shot. KCP with the foul, and Pop wants the continuation layup. I don't think he's going to get it. Nope. Spurs ball, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Stephanie, what's up? Go Spurs, go to you. Murray with 4 of the Spurs' 6 points. Pick and roll with Keldon Johnson. Pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl. Cross court, Doug McDermott, baseline 3. Air ball. Well, Doug McDermott with the air ball. Nito into the paint. And Gafford gets the bucket. And 1. Daniel Gafford with the little mini jump hook scores. Gets fouled, going to line to try to convert a 3-point play. Foul was on Keldon Johnson. Isn't Gafford the starting center for the Wizards? Why is KJ on him? Oladipo returns in 2 weeks. Doug's tired. How's he tired? Wiseman March 1st. Thank you, Jay Money. The game just started. Missed the free throw. DeJounte Murray with the rebound. Can DeJounte get another triple-double tonight, Spurs fans? Wizards fans, thank you for being here as well. Keldon for 3. That is no good. Jakob Poeltl with the offensive board. Putback is going to bounce around and finally bounce in. 8-all. All right. This is a game the Spurs should probably win, considering the amount of injuries the Wizards are dealing with. But because they're the San Antonio Spurs, this will probably go down to the wire. Kuzma into the paint, throws it up. Good. Doug's tired. I'm tired. I had to shovel 3 times today up in New England. Connecticut, we didn't get a ton of snow, maybe 4 inches, but we had freezing rain on top of that snow, and that snow was heavy. The heaviest snow I've looked up in a long time. Devin Vassell pull-up jumper is good. I'm legit tired from all that shoveling. And nothing comes easy. That's our San Antonio Spurs. Kyle Kuzma. Pass it out to KCP. And KCP for 3. That perimeter defense of the Spurs. Jakob Pertl off the dish from DeJounte, throws it up and in. Little mini jumper that Jako's been doing in the paint is good. The snow wasn't bad, J Money. It wasn't a lot. It's the freezing rain that fell into the snow. And each scoop was like, felt like 20 pounds. KCP with another pull up three. And we're getting lit up from beyond the arc by the Washington Wizards. Good grief. We're getting scorched from beyond the arc. Everything the Wizards are throwing up is going in. It's down. It's the Spurs are down by 4, 16-12, and Greg Popovich with the timeout with 8:06 left. Well, I hope all the Spurs have a good game because if the Spurs have a good game, all the players, then that means we're likely winning. If multiple players are struggling, then that's no good. No good for us, my friend. Okay, sorry. We got 12 inches in Boston. No thanks. Wow, I don't feel so bad. Well, I do. I feel tired from shoveling. So it could have been worse. Although maybe we got more snow slash freezing rain, and you guys just got snow, and just fluffy snow is a lot. I'd much rather shovel that than it felt like I was just shoveling ice, which sucked. Did not like it. I shoveled my first. I take 2 half-hour lunches at work. My first lunch I shoveled 11:30, and I shoveled my second lunch at 2:30, and then went back out at 3:30. So I ended up spending almost 90 minutes shoveling, which isn't a ton, but man, it was heavy. Like Marty McFly, this is heavy. Perimeter defense, something that we've been lacking. No, I would say, well, yeah, lacking. Just rotations, leaving guys open. It's been a struggle all season for the Spurs, and I don't know when they're going to fix that at all. What's up, RR210? 210, the area code for the San Antonio Spurs. An area code I have never visited. Hope to fix that at some point in my lifetime. Maybe, I don't know, maybe next year, maybe this year. I mean, it seems like the world's getting more and more normal when it comes to at least restrictions with, the 1-9. So, we'll see. Ideally, I'd like to, and I would have to time this out. It would be awesome to see a Cowboys and Giants game in Dallas, and then like the next night go see the Spurs and whoever. But the Giants would have to play the Cowboys obviously in the second half of the NFL season for that to work. If the Giants play the Cowboys in the first couple of weeks, which they usually do in Dallas, then that's not going to work. Yeah. That was my 3-time workout, the Kerm. I counted that as 3 workouts today. You shovel 3 times too? Yeah, I mean, you got to do it. When there's a lot of stuff or heavy stuff, you got to stay on it. It's funny. I mentioned to one of my friends when I was at Hooters for the UFC a week or so ago. Like, if I went to San Antonio, Texas, I wonder if people would recognize me. And he's like, nope. He doesn't think anybody would say, "Hey, TSR Sports." He thinks unless I was at the Spurs game and told you guys that I was going, nobody in San Antonio would recognize me at all. I was like, you could be right. I don't know. It'd be cool if I heard, "Yo, TSR Sports." I'd be like, "Yo, who? What?" Corey Kispert with the ball on 3-point land, drops it off to Kyle Kuzma. 7 on the shot clock. Kuzma guarded by Devin Vassell. Pick and roll. Kuzma still with the ball. Now double team. Kicks it out to Raul Neto. Neto back to Kuzma and a shot clock violation. Bad off. He made the 3-pointer, but it's not going to count. Kuzma threw up the 3 after the buzzer swished. Clearly a shot clock violation. It was at least 1 second after the buzz when he threw it up. Maybe it was just a frustration, throw it up, and he actually made it. A little give and go, and DeJounte Murray in the paint gets a layup, and it's 16-all. Murray, I think, has 6 points in the first quarter. Do the Chiefs play the Giants? There's that word again, heavy. There's something wrong in the future with the Earth's gravitational pull. Nice. Very good, Veronica. You quoted that beautifully. That was awesome. And Keldon to the paint, throws it up, front rim, rolls off, fouled, going to the line for 2. Spurs trying to run. Malongo, I'm hoping to come out to San Antonio this year. I still have a plane ticket I need to cash in. Only if I give out my seat details. I can't move to San Antonio, Junior. I still work for the state of Connecticut, which they hosed me again on something, which I'm not going to get into. I don't really feel like talking about live stream. But I was like, you know what? When I retire, I get lifetime health insurance and a pension, and that's just benefits you can't give up. Now, once I retire, Keldon makes the first one. Will I leave Connecticut? Probably. Connecticut sucks. Jakob is a good passing. He's an underrated passing center. I think Jokic probably would be considered the best passing big man. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know every player in the NBA. Obviously, Keldon makes a second one as it bounces around. But the Jakob has definitely been a much better passer this year. I think he's third on the team in assists. Actually, he might be second now, Derrick White leaving per game. I'm not sure, but he's averaging around 3 assists a game, which I'll take out of my 5 spot. Thomas Bryant has checked in for the Wizards. Kuzma with the ball, passes it out to, is that Rui Hachimura? Rui Hachimura gets into the paint and scores. Joe, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Cesar Gomez, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Hope you are doing well. Yak about to Doug. Doug for 3. Front rim, no good. And just think how many assists the Spurs have a ridiculous amount of assists this season. As Hachimura on a fast break throws down another dunk. Oh, wait, no, that's not Rui Hachimura. That's Denny Avija. Sorry. I got my 8s and 9s confused. It's my first time watching the Wizards forever. Demisel, baseline 3 is no good. Denny Avija with the rebound. My apologies. I got their numbers confused. I got confused! Go Spurs go no matter W's or L's. That is right. KCP open for a baseline 3, takes it, and misses a 3 to DeJounte Murray with the rebound. Keldon with the ball drives, throws it up off the glass, and good! Nope, I missed the bucket by the Wizards. My apologies. 20 all, 5.5 minutes to go. Focus, Rich. Focus. The whole Denny Avija, Rui Hachimura thing screwed me up. Kyle Kuzma pull-up jumper good. And a whistle now? Wet spot on the floor. Good evening, Butterfly and Gabriel. Let's get a win tonight. I don't want... By the way, I'll be doing my recap for the Spurs Sunday morning. It'll be a post All-Star break and pre-All-Star break recap as I'm recapping the 2 games from this week and the 2 games that they played last week. It didn't make sense to do a recap with only 2 games. So I'll be recapping 4 games. Hopefully we go 3-1. I'd like a nice 3-1 in those. 2-2 at the worst. Jakob in the paint. Up and under. No good with the layup off the glass. Way too much on it. 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. It is Wizards ball, and they are up by 2. Thomas Bryant goes for a big dunk, and he blew it. He had it and could not throw it down. And down the other way, Jakob Poeltl with the thunder dunk of justice. Thomas Bryant just blew a one-handed dunk. If anybody knows about blowing one-handed dunks, it's this guy. KCP gets rejected from behind by Devin Vassell, but we're going to have a whistle, and he's going to go to the line for 2. Christian Rubio, thank you for stopping in. I don't know if I'd call Kyle Kuzma the GOAT. Probably got to accomplish a few more things in his career before he gets that status. Just a couple. They're showing the... I'm not sure where the foul was on Devin Vassell. I think they're saying is too much body. It was a clear block from behind, but maybe he got him with some body before then. I couldn't tell from the camera angle, just looking at. Spurs next 5 games. Heat, Grizzlies, Kings, Hornets, Lakers. And I am calling all those games, J Money and respective chat. That was a clean block. I just watched the replay. That was a clean block. Bad call. It's going to happen. It is what it is. You got to suck it up and move on. Second free throw is good. Clean block from Devin Vassell from behind. Yes, let's get that dub is right. It kills DeJounte out to Devin Vassell, takes the 3, and he will miss the 3. And now foul on the Spurs. It's going to be Wizards ball. 4:26 to go. And Jakob's Jakobson come in there, and he also couldn't catch it. See, they're not going to trade Jakob Poeltl. Now, next year's the last year of his contract, so that's going to be a huge question mark. What did they do with Jakob Poeltl? Who are they going to draft? I've done 2 mock drafts. I'm going to hold off now. No more NBA mock drafts until we know where the teams are actually picking. I'll probably do another Giants mock draft or 2 because, well, they're helping grow my channel and they're fun to do. That pull-up jumper is no good by, I don't know who number 4 is for the Wizards, so, oh well. DeJounte Murray out to Demisel. Back to KBD, who's checked in for the Spurs. Back out to Zach Collins, who's checked in, and he takes the three, does not make the three. So Zach Collins in, KBD in, Lonnie Walker in. Pop emptying out the bench a bit. And now another foul. I'm confused because I had a Cesar Gomez that was a subscriber to the channel, but he was a Warriors fan. You're obviously not the same person if you're a Spurs fan. DeMar DeRozan with another buzzer beater? Shut the front door. How many game winners does he have this year? Probably more this year than his whole career with the freaking Spurs. What's my buddy texting me? I'll check that in between periods, quarters. Ish Smith is number 4. I have a ESPN said he was number 10. What the what? It is Withers' ball. And Bryant into the paint. Gets a tough layup through traffic. Thomas Bryant makes it. Lonnie Walker down the other end. 3.5 minutes to go. Pick and roll with Zach Collins. Drives to the paint. And almost turns it over. Trey Jones has checked in. So the Spurs have emptied the bench. Nope, DeJounte's still out there. Zach Collins in the paint. Spins around. Back out to Trey Jones. Jones drives. Throws it up high off the glass. No good. Foul's going to go to the line for 2. Where's the leg thing? What? Phil, seeing this many Wizard or Lakers in Wizards jerseys, KCP, Kyle Kuzma, 2 of their starters were on that Lakers championship team. I think the Lakers made a big mistake trading as many players as they did for Russell Westbrook. That was GM LeBron James' call, I believe, and not a good call. Trey Jones first free throw is good. What's going up on bonus pizza? Goes for who's bonus pizza? That's awesome. Thanks for stopping in. Marvel's Juggernaut. I've been making videos of Marvel's Juggernaut, but I know there are people that just Thomas Satoransky's checking in. Wow, I didn't think he would play 1 minute with the Spurs. I thought he was going to be garbage time Satoransky. Thomas Satoransky is playing. Number 45, I think he is. Ish Smith throws up an air ball caught by Thomas Bryant. Bryant gets rejected by Zach Collins. I think that's Zach's first block of the year. Ball go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wizards. 14 on the shot clock. Wizard, yes! Satoransky sighting. Weird. No, these are all good. I figured I'm like, definitely not the same person. Primo has an injury, Amnesia. I think I saw a wrist injury, and we have a timeout. I think his wrist is bothering him. Oh, and Phil just said the same thing in the chat. Wrist injury, so he's out tonight. So Satoransky, he played for the Wizards? Thomas Satoransky? I think my buddy was chatting me. Check my text while we're live. I could do that. He's, on a dating site. Why did I swipe left? Oh, okay. Apparently swipe left on a dating app. Somebody that does not match his dating criteria at all. Well, then you don't swipe left on them. Oh, you do swipe left. Left is bad, right is good, right? Right? Left means you're not interested, right means you are interested. Yes, I think that's how it goes. Yeah, I think Jay might be the one who actually posted on my community notes Primo was hurt, so thank you. And then also, for whatever reason, Langford and Jay Rich are still out. I got a feeling the Spurs aren't going to keep them long term. Jay Rich played a little bit, and then Langford hasn't played at all. I mean, geez, just at least send him to the G League if you're not going to play him. Let him try to grow, develop something, because he ain't going to develop anything sitting on the bench doing nothing. I don't know nothing about nothing. I think that was Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin? No. Who said that? There was a wide receiver. I don't know nothing about nothing. I feel like it was Michael Irvin. He was a former Wizards player. Okay. He's not that old, right? I want to say Satoransky is he like 29? I could be totally wrong. Tomas Satoransky, he's 30. That was 1 year off. He's 30 years old. Yeah, he played his first 3 years with the Wizards, next 2 years with the Bulls. Last year with the Pelicans, this season with the Pelicans, he played 32 games, and now with the Spurs, having his worst season by far with the Pelicans, shooting 30% from the field, 16% from beyond the arc, averaging 2.8 points per game. Wow. Uh, Yikes. That's exceptionally bad. Wow. Anywho, Ernie, good evening. It's been a while. I was talking about something before. People were like, "Hey, I haven't. It's been a while." I know I do. I did some videos during the break, but I know some folks watch the live streams only. Some folks watch the non-live streams only. Some folks watch both. I get it. I mean, there's channels I subscribe to. I'm subscribed to the Layering Academy. I think it's the biggest Magic the Gathering channel on YouTube. That's a miss for the Wizards. Didn't see who shot it. Anyway, Spurs ball. But if he does non-Magic content, I won't watch it. If he does a Pokemon video or Flesh and Blood, I like his channel, but I don't play those games, so I have no interest. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Spurs. 17 on the shot clock, 2:34 on the game clock. Spurs down 26-24. The Washington Wizards earn the bonus. Lonnie Walker pull-up jumper after the inbound pass, and the baseline jumper is good. And I'm not on my scoreboard at all. 26-0. I can't see the Spurs taking 3 first-round picks. Not going to have room on the roster. That pull-up 3 is a swish for Denny Abidja. 29-26. The Wizards are hitting a lot of threes tonight. Don't like that. Lonnie turns the ball over in the paint. The Wizards on the run. They do not have numbers now. Doesn't matter. Rui Hachimura gets into the paint and throws it up and in. It is 31-26. Spurs down by 5. Under 2 minutes to go. Zach Collins out in three-point land. We'll drop it off to Trey Jones. Jones back out to Lonnie for 3. No good. And Zach Collins ends up getting an offensive board, gets it back out to Trey Jones. Jones back to Lonnie. Lonnie will take off into the paint. Flies by everybody and misses the layup. Ah, beautiful move, but he couldn't finish it. Finish him. Nice pass by Rui Hachimura, and he gets a cutting Anthony Gill for a layup and one. 33-26. What's up with Manu? He's happy he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. That's all. Lonnie is Russell Westbrook. What's going on, Salvador? I don't know if that is that a compliment or an insult? Because Westbrook has had good seasons, averaging a triple double. I think he's did that 4 times. Lonnie has not come anywhere close to accomplishing that in his NBA career. All right, Lonnie Walker. Speaking of, with the ball right now, 10 on the shot clock. Lonnie starts to drive in the paint, throws it up, and misses the layup. And a very late whistle against the Wizards. Lonnie going to the line for 2. Let's see if that was a foul. That was a ticky-tack foul on the Wizards. But that's the NBA. Ticky-tack fouls. We're used to it. It is what it is. Lonnie at the line for 2, and the Spurs are now in the bonus. And Lonnie missed the first free throw. Lonnie not having a good night. Missing everything so far. Ernie, I did not watch the All-Star game. I watched DeJounte Murray's highlights and enjoyed them. Made the second one. On one of his alley-oop dunks, I forgot who it was, but the player that passed it to him, I think, took like 5 steps. Clearly traveling, but they're not going to call traveling the All-Star game. I forgot who the player was. Alonzo Ball, I think it was. Clearly walked. I think it was on Shaqting a Fool. Wizards, well, and a turnover by Ish Smith. Spurs on the run. And Tomas Satoransky misses the layup, but he is fouled and going to line for 2. Actually, in Shaqting a Fool this week, I think the NBA Slam Dunk Contest came in number 2, as in the whole contest. I didn't watch it, but from what I've heard, it was bad. Like, not good at all. Robert, I have no idea. It was LaMelo. Took like 10 steps. First free throw was good. LaMelo, I think they counted it on Shaqtin' a Fool, and he took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps before he alley-ooped it to DJ. Whatever. And missed the second free throw, but Tomas Satoransky gets his first point with the San Antonio Spurs. Literally a point. He got 1. Hey, it's 1 more than none, I guess. Dinavija drops it off to Rui Hachimura. Rui, nice dribbling, gets into the paint, loses the ball, and it's going to be Spurs ball. 24 seconds, 24.4 on the game clock, so the shot clock essentially off. The Spurs should try to hold for the last shot of the quarter. LaMelo traveled from Charlotte to Cleveland. Nice. Deep in the money, yes. Future Hall of Famer Manu Ginobili in the house. Lonnie Walker just slowly dribbling out by the three-point line. Finally taken off. Gets into the paint. Throws up a layup, and that one's good. Nice job, Lonnie. That's what I want to see you do. Get in the paint, but also make those shots. Down the other end of the floor, 2-1. Avija at the buzzer, no good for 3, and the Wizards do have a 33-30 lead over my San Antonio Spurs at the end of 1. We'll go into the second quarter. And I think I just heard the Wizards have 5 3-pointers in the first quarter, which is 4 too many, in my opinion. At least 4 too many. Come on, San Antonio, let's get a win. Come on. Still early. Maybe our guys have a little rust on them, but you know what? I could say that about the Wizards, and they don't look rusty, so it is what it is. Who has not played for the Wizards? Cassius Winston? I should come off my list. Let's make my list a little tighter. Evan, good evening, and go Spurs, go! Cowboy X Factor. The NBA has returned along with TSR. Well, I covered the Spurs a little bit while the NBA was during the break. I did a video on DeJounte Murray and that wonderful speech he gave about wanting to be with the Spurs. I did the NBA Live mock draft, which, there were 3 Spurs picks in there. And then I do that it. Good grief. I don't remember what else I did. A recap. No, I didn't do the recap. What the heck did I do? I can't remember what I did on my own channel. I did a salary cap video. I did a salary cap video on NBA free agency on the Spurs during the break. And then I did the DeJounte Murray video. I did the NBA All-Star break. And then I did 3 Giants videos. So I stayed busy. Gotta stay busy during those breaks, man. Ginobili's, he's laughing at me. No! They're all gonna laugh at you! No, it's all good. All good. Although you have watched the other videos, and I do want to say I truly appreciate folks that watch my videos that aren't fans of the Spurs or the Giants or either. And it's a small percentage, but to those of you that still enjoy the content, even if it's not a team you follow, that's really awesome. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that watches the channel, but some of you go really extra mile and don't have to. You got to add DeJounte to the wall. Murray jersey? I'm not a big guy at buying jerseys, though. I own 2 Spurs jerseys and 1 Giants jersey. I've never been a big jersey guy. I have merch for both teams. I've got, obviously, the Spurs towel I'm sitting on. I got a David Robinson little action figure, I guess you will, over in my kitchen. I got some Spurs DVDs, some Spurs VHS tapes, like from 98, 99 when they won their first championship. The TSR Sports jersey says "Go Spurs, Go" on it, so I guess that could be sort of Spurs-ish. I got a lot of Spurs basketball cards and various Giants stuff. It's hard though because if I get Spurs stuff, it's always got to be. I can't buy it like in my area. Like Giants stuff is in New England. Spurs, forget about it. There was a Spurs T-shirt at my local mall. Oddly enough, at the sports shop, and that's a miss by Denny Avija to start off the second quarter. But they want like $30 for a T-shirt. I'm like, $30 for a T-shirt? And Lonnie Walker goes for a layup, no good, gets fouled hard. Looks like he's going to the line for 2. Jerseys are expensive. I think this one was $59. Yeah, it's a replica jersey because a real jersey was like $200. I'm like, nope, I'm not paying $200 for a jersey. This I bought for like $50, but that was like 1995. Lonnie misses another free throw. So I don't know what $50 would be in the equivalent in 2022 with all the inflation and years that have passed. I assume that we missed them both. Lonnie's 1 for 4 from the line tonight. Yasirski, good evening. R2 R10. I mean, that's very generous. I've actually never had anybody buy stuff or send it to the channel. Well, one, I don't have well, if I have a friend that has a PO box, but I don't know. I just feel weird. I don't know. I don't know. Hachimura for 3, good. Why am I not on my scoreboard half the time? Good evening, TK. You got a jersey for every team? Keldon Johnson for 3, and I think I just heard that's the first Spurs 3-pointer tonight. Yeah, the Spurs are 1 of 8. The Wizards are 6 of 10. Good grief. That is ridiculous. I'll see about if Buddy might let us use PO Box if you guys want to send any Spurs stuff, because I would definitely put it on the channel. I don't want to say no if people are offering to do stuff, because I know there's a lot of channels where people do that. And Daniel Gafford would have LU dunk and was like, you know what? If people want to send Spurs stuff in, you can put it on the channel. And that's cool. So I'll look into that. Satoransky drives into the paint, misses a shot, fouled. Looks like he's going on the line for 2. Yep. Yes, you cannot miss free throws early on like this. The Spurs have already missed, what, 4 free throws? I think. Lonnie's missed 3, Satoransky's missed 1. And you're down by 5? I mean, I'm not saying make all your free throws, but man, eh, don't be missing every other one. Jamal Crawford and Manu. Keldon is a sniper. Yeah, he is. Let's not. No, no, no. Let's not. No. This is a road game. The Spurs are still on the rodeo road trip, I believe. Wrapping it up, I think. Does it end tomorrow? Are we back in San Antonio next week? I don't remember. I know it was like 8 games. I feel like maybe we're on the road next week too. And then they have a long homestand. Then Abija throws it up, total brick city, and it is Spurs ball. 10 minutes to go in the first half, aka second quarter. Devin Vassell bringing up for San Antonio. Gets it out to Trey Jones. Jones will start to drive, slices, dices, throws it up, in, and 1. All right, Trey, I see you from here. If they send some now, what Cowboy X Factor? They'd probably send me Cowboy stuff. All good part-time Spurs fan. Just at the start of the stream, we said we don't want any of that in here. It's a very, very sensitive subject, and definitely not the place. So, Trey Jones missed the frick. We can't make a free throw. Danny Avdija passes it out. They go around the world. Ish Smith, pull-up jumper. Good. Spurs back home March 3rd. Okay. Got you, J-Money. Vamos Spurs, vamos, Ace. Vamos Spurs, vamos. Keldon's going to take another 3. KJ, my man. Call Keldon Johnson role player. Get out of here. Ish Smith gets to the paint and gets the layup. 9:20 to go in the second quarter. Jones will bring it up. James Harden making his debut for the Sixers tonight. Keldon gets backdoor, and Jones with the pass, and Keldon Johnson with another bucket. I think he's got, 8 tonight? Maybe more? Arnie, the tournament's going to be tough. The tournament's going to be tough to get into. At best, it's the play-in. I think 10th seeds really we're looking at. Portland's been actually playing pretty well. Anthony Simons has been playing very well from what I understand. John Demers playing. Yes, they would send me Cowboy stuff. I hope they win too. Lane, I hope they win too. But yeah, I have a feeling if I got a P.O. box or my friend let me use his P.O. box, you guys would totally troll me with Cowboy stuff. And you know what? I would keep it. In all honesty, I'd be like, okay, I got a Troy Aikman bobblehead. Thank you. I would not throw it away. I would never do that. If a fan sent me anything, even if it's Cowboy stuff, Eagle stuff, Washington, whatever your name is this year stuff, I would keep it. I'm too sentimental. I'm a big teddy bear. DJ, he's got some assists, but I think he's kind of off to a little bit of a slow start. Good point, Carl. Good point. Yes, 3 more wins for Pop. Oh, Zanny, you're a Detroit Lions fan? Ouch. I'm not trolling. That's because two of some of my favorite non-New York Giants players of all time are from the Detroit Lions. Barry Sanders, one of my favorite running backs of all time. Unfortunately, the team around him was just doo-doo throughout the 90s. And then one of the most dominant physical wide receivers I've ever seen, Calvin Johnson, a.k.a. Megatron. I think he was there for the 0-16 season, just never could get anything around him. It's a very sad state of affairs when you have two iconic players at a position on an NFL team and they have zero playoff success to show for it. Blazers, okay. As soon as I said the Blazers are playing well, they get absolutely lit. Red Sox stuff, I would give that to my friend Tim. He's a Red Sox fan. I can use the Cowboys stuff in a troll video. Zach, that's true. That's true. DJ has 6, 5, and 4. Okay. On his way to a triple double. Fair enough. I rebuilt the Lions. Man, TK, I mean, my franchise is a mess. The Giants have been bad the last 5 years. They are in salary cap HELL right now and are trying to clear 40 plus million off their cap. Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley have massive question marks on them. They're injury prone. This is the last year of their respective contracts. That team is a mess. And yeah, they're not going to instantly win 8 or 9 games next year. It's probably going to be a long season, and if they're lucky, they'll win 5 and 6, 5 or 6. 7 would be a miracle. Wizards ball. We're all tied up, 42 all, second quarter, 9 minutes to go. I do not like the Red Sox at all. Rui Hachimura's wide open for 3. No good. And Calvin with the rebound. And Calvin will bring it up for the Spurs. Okay. It is Spurs ball. Doug McDermott check back in, gets it into Jakob Poeltl. Jakob with the jumper, no good. A fight for the board to be knocked out of bounds. Spurs ball. Okay. But Luka deserves a rant. Luka Samanic? To clear 40 million, you need to clear 50. Yeah, Zach, I thought I read that too somewhere. To clear 40, they're going to have to clear north of 15. They're a train wreck. The Murray brothers, Keegan Murray, very possible. February 28th is a new deadline. Oh, is that for MLB? Oh my goodness, that's only 3 days away. And Kellen thought he got fouled on a shot, doesn't get the call. Just a total brick. KCP for 3. Man, this 3-point shooting the Wizards tonight is crushing us. I don't know what they're going to do on quarterback. I don't know. DeJounte drives, gets the layup. No good. He was fouled right at the end by Rui Hachimura. Oh, Luka. Okay. As a Spurs fan, when you say Luka, I think Luka Samanic. Luka Doncic. There's actually a Mavericks fan right above your comment, or any Cowboy X Factor is a big Doncic fan, but he has wrote me that he thinks there's a chance Luka could leave the Mavericks. He's not happy there? I think you said something like that. Murray at the line makes the first free throw. Can we get 2 free throws to go in? Spurs are first in the NBA, 28 assists per game, yet have a quite the losing record. Murray second is good. All right, DJ making both of them. If MLB loses some games, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. There's 162 games. If we lose like 20, whatever. Kyle Kuzma for 3. Good grief. Why is it teams have like their best shooting nights from beyond the arc against us? DeJounte misses a shot, gets poked out to Keldon, and Spurs ball. Keldon out to the Doug in the paint. Drives by everybody and gets the high layup. Toto, my man! We were just talking the Giants. You must have. Spider sense was tingling. Drops the bow $5 super chat. He says, "Salute, Rich. Drop by your office to pay our proper respects. And for all Giants fans around the world, slap all stinky boys, losers, out a door. Ow!" Kyle, thank you for your support of the channel, my man. I can't wait till the Giants season to start up. I can't. By the way, Tudo, since you're a Giants fan, I assume you are subscribed to an entertainer talking sports. I got to say, I'm a little worried about my man. He was a big inspiration for me to do content. He's been gone for over 2+ weeks. I don't see anything on his Twitter, nothing on YouTube, just completely nothing. And I hope he's okay. I sincerely mean that. He really helped me out in early 2019 when I started stuck in the 80s. Jakob Poeltl would lay it down the other end as the Spurs go fast break. But just to all of a sudden silence on his Twitter, nothing on YouTube, not even just a note like, hey, I'm on vacation. Nothing. Kuzma, baseline. Good. All right, 6. Wizards fan, thank you for stopping in. Trap House, thank you for stopping in. It is Spurs ball down by 4, 6.5 minutes to go. Jakob Poeltl gets rejected. And now scramble for the loose ball. Devin Vassell will get it way in the Spurs backcourt, knocking over back because of the rejection. Gets it up to Keldon. Keldon, free throw line jumper. Back rim, no good. DeJounte Murray with the offensive board. Back to Doug McDermott. McDermott gets blocked, gets the ball back, throws it up, misses another one. Jakob gets the ball back, and he gets it in. What a hectic sequence of events for the San Antonio Spurs. Multiple blocks for the Wizards, multiple putbacks for the Spurs. Finally, they score. It's 52-50, and the Spurs are in the bonus already. Rui Hachimura, jumper, no good. Foul by Jakob Poeltl, going to the line for 2. Oh, okay. Not a fan, but bet on him. Fair enough. Fair enough. Nice, Robert. Turtle power. Giants wish they had Mac Jones instead of oh. Why gotta be like that, man? Why gotta be like that? Daniel Jones. I hope he proves the world wrong and has a great year this year. Oh, okay. The $2 super chat. Let me know Chris is all right. Taking time off. He'll be back in 2 weeks. Okay, so he took a month off. I had no idea, Tudo. Thank you. I was sincerely worried about him. So I did not know he was taking a whole month off. Wow. But you know what? He's been going hard since he started that channel in I think 2018. And I get taking time off. People in the chat will know I got absolutely burned out last year. I was doing 2 videos a day. 1 to 2 videos a day plus live streaming every Spurs game. And because of the health and safety issues, they were playing 4 to 5 games a week, and I just got burned out. And I ended up just stopping myself in May of last year. And because there was some political stuff on the channel in the sports streams, I ended up just doing a soft reset of the channel in like August or September last year. Deleted everything on there except for my one video that hit 1 million views this year. Yep, being selfish on that. And now there's nothing political on here. It's all Spurs, all Giants. Probably with the sprinkle of U.S. Women's National Team, if and when Kristen Press ever comes back. By the way, I have 2 free throws for the Wizards by Kyle Kuzma, and the first one's no good. Yeah, Phil, I don't have a good feeling about this game either right now. I don't know. It's just the flow of the game doesn't feel good. And the way the threes are dropping for the Wizards and the way the Spurs are missing free throws, it feels 54-52, 5.5 minutes to go. DeJounte Murray pull-up jumper is good. And I see another super chat. It's my man Tudo again. He says, I'll never be able to play in the NFL. If a player's not wearing a same color jersey than mine on the field, he's going down fast and ain't getting up no more. I believe you. Another 3-pointer, but thank you for the $5 super chat. You have been extremely generous since you've started watching videos on this channel, man. And you're a Giants fan. You're hanging out on a Spurs stream, and I can't thank you enough. I'm hoping some Spurs fans, when I start streaming the Giants later this year, stop in for those games, because at the very least, if the Giants are getting crushed, you can come in and make fun of me. Anyway, that's fun, right? Not that the Cowboys have a lot to stand on these days, as Cowboy X Factor made a good point. It's hard to troll other teams when you make the playoffs every year and get knocked out in the first round on a regular basis and just disappoint your fan base every year. And you know what? He made a good point. The Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl in 27 years. I guess 26, 95 season, but played in 96, so 26 years. And really the Tony Romo era and Dak era has just been sorry, I was watching the replay. Turnover by the Spurs has been got to be disappointing. I mean, I'd rather the Giants stink right now, but I'd rather just stink in full on rebuild and build a new foundation, build from the ground up, kind of like the Spurs are right now. Rebuild KCP with the jumper. I don't want to be one of those teams that's like 500 every year or a little above 500. Zach Collins into the paint gets the layup, and you're stuck. You're not good enough to win a Super Bowl, but you're not bad enough to rebuild a team. Does that make any sense? You're just in purgatory. You're good every year. You make the playoffs every year, but nothing ever happens with it. KCP for three. Ring around the toilet bowl when it comes out. Spurs ball, 3:45 to go, down by one. DeJounte from the foul line, and the Spurs have taken the lead. Um, Arnie, I wasn't terribly upset that Tony and Manu didn't make the top 75 because four Spurs did. Asking for six Spurs to make the top 75 teams or top 75 players is asking a lot. For sure, leave the Cowboys out of this. It brings joy to my heart that the two Giants fans in the world found each other. That's a good one, Phil. I will definitely be here to clown the Giant. Hey, it's all good, man. We gotta pick. I mean, I've been trolled on the Giants numerous times in my Spurs streams. Y'all can't get sensitive if I bring up the Cowboys because you guys have given it to me plenty, especially last season when the Giants were just getting didn't even look like an NFL team the last 6 weeks with Mike Glennon, one of the worst starting quarterbacks of all time, out there. They were an embarrassment. And now an offensive foul on Kyle Kuzma's first ball up by where did we just get a point from? Okay. Buenos noches, workforce planner. TP greater than accomplishment wise, yes. If we're talking about who was a better all around player in their prime, I'm sorry. But number two was a bigger body and a defensive player in the year and a better 3-point shooter. So I would say number two would probably be a better player overall in their respective primes. But who would I rather have on my team? The guy next to me, TP, David. Two free throws for DeJounte Murray. Two to one another. Super chat. He says he drops another $5 man. Says contrary to all Spurs fans, all Giants Nation fans have enough dough to spare. It's a part of fellow Paisano. You're awesome, dude. DeJounte 16, 7, and 6, and he's 6 of 7 from the field. I'm sorry, let me back that up. NBA All-Star DeJounte Murray. For the record, I never said I don't want Ben Simmons. Thank you for proving me right, DeJounte. A lot of people said trade DeJounte for Ben Simmons. All year I said no, no, no. And now he's proven me right, and I'm so proud of him. Proud of the fact he said he wants to be a Spur for life, that he represents the San Antonio Spurs in the All-Star game, not himself. DeJounte, you are the man. Denny Avijo with a 3. My goodness, why can't the Wizards miss a 3? Phil with the $5 super chat says, announcers are apologizing for mistaking a technical for a timeout. They went to commercial by mistake. Oh, so we got a technical. Okay, I was like, where'd the 1 point come from? Thank you, Phil. I had no idea that happened. So they went to a commercial and the Spurs got a tee. Shot a tee. DeJounte pull-up jumper, good. Maybe I do need to get a DeJounte Murray jersey. Robert, no, we can't. No, we can't. Kyle Kuzma into the paint. Turnaround Jay. Back rim, no good. Devin Vassell skies for the rebound. 2.5 minutes to go. Spurs are up by 3. And a quick turnover as Devin was trying to feed KBD. KCP down the other end. Layup is good. Fast break. And a timeout by Pop. 2:18 to go. What's up, Francisco? Thank you for stopping in. Manu greater than Harden. James Harden, a better scorer in his prime than Manu was. Different era. That being said, same thing. I would take Manu Ginobili, a team player that helps his team win games, than another player that cries himself off his teams and whines and gets traded. I would not want James Harden's attitude. So Manu Ginobili, greater than James Harden. I would agree there. The only thing I would give Harden is when he was scoring 35 plus points a game. But then again, he was being a ball hog too, which funnels into not a team player. Yes, it was your boy Rico. Absolutely. Can we trade money for a taco? I'm hungry. Andrew, I can see you. Oh, another Giants fan, TK. Look, my friends, I know you guys have suggested while we're in a commercial break You should call the Cowboys games. You're a San Antonio Spurs fan. It just makes sense. And I know it does not make any sense whatsoever to have my two teams have one from New York and one from Texas. But that's who I love. I can't help who I am. Eli Manning and David Robinson are my favorite athletes of all time. Go ahead and insert jokes here on Eli. Say what you will, he's a two-time Super Bowl MVP, which is a heck of a lot more than I've ever accomplished in my life. And those are who I love. And to have Giants content, and I still, again, have a few videos that tank. I'm trying to find a rhythm of what Giants content will grab viewers' attention. It seems like trade talk and draft stuff is popular. Just talking about maybe signing one player, stay away from that. But seeing my videos get 900 to 1,000 views or more, it means the world to me because in 2021, 2020, and 2019, when I dabbled in Giants content, it was constantly 200 views or less. And it's not about views, but if you're making content, half the fun of making content is people interacting with it. And if you're putting up a video and there's zero interaction, it's like, all right, I made a video, nobody's watching it, nobody's giving their thoughts on what I said in the video, and that makes it hard to, have fun with it because that's one of the reasons I do this channel. The reason I'm live right now is to talk to you Spurs fans in the chat about the game, not just call it, but get your feedback on the game because I live in Connecticut. I don't know any Spurs fans. Caps Hawks, surprisingly good game. Defer to call Manu the Michael Jordan Argentina. Top three guards: MJ, Kobe, Manu, Wade. Wait, guards? I mean, MJ and Kobe, but I can't put. I love Manu Ginobili, but to put him ahead of like Magic Johnson, uh, or Oscar Robertson, the original Mister Triple Double. I mean, I I can't do that. As much as I'm a homer, I can't put Manu ahead of some of the greatest players in the history of the NBA, and he's certainly one of the greatest Spurs of all time. Very influential on the game with the Euro step, but to put him ahead of some of those guys, I can't do it. Call me a part-time Spurs fan for saying that. So be it. But I got to be realistic too. It's just I can't say David Robinson was better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. David's my favorite player of all time, but Kareem, I mean, come on. I do think David Robinson's a little underrated, though. I will say that. Jakob Poeltl jumper in the paint is good. It's a little jump hook. Free throws are part of the game. Rich, take away. What am I taking away? To all the free throws and Hart isn't even a top 100. You might be right. Right, and that might be valid. I don't know how many free throws he was shooting here. Uh, wow, Keldon Johnson just got leveled, no foul on the defensive end. It was a miss anyway for the Wizards, but I was watching Keldon. He's okay, thank goodness. Spurs ball. Jakob Poeltl at the free throw line, back out to DeJounte Murray, 13 on the shot clock. Murray crossover into Jakob. Jakob throws it up off the glass, and Jakob Poeltl gives the Spurs the old 69. That was unnecessary. Guess what? No, I don't have a fever. Raul Neto with a three. The Wizards are shooting lights out from beyond the arc right now. The Spurs are shooting 59% overall. The Wizards are shooting 60% overall, and DeJounte Murray's jumper probably makes that 7 or 60% for the Spurs. But the Wizards are hitting a high volume of three-point attempts. Are they normally this good of a three-point shooting team? Anybody in this chat a Wizards fan? And Bryant easily gets into the Spurs through the Spurs defense for a dunk of his own as he's open under the basket. 45 seconds to go in the second quarter. Andrew had a good day. Idaho Spurs fan checking in. All right, LJ. Hakeem or Kareem? Probably Kareem still. I mean, Kareem just... That hook shot was unstoppable. Keldon for three. Good! And one! Oh, sweet potato pie! I don't know what that means, but sure. Three-pointer, the rare opportunity for a 4-point play. Vic, good evening to you. That's true, Phil. That's true. And one on the three. This is a high-scoring game. Good grief. I just realized. Look at the score. This is a very high-scoring game. Yes, Greg, it was. I mean, I didn't watch Kareem. I was too young to see him in his prime. But yeah, that skyhook was unstoppable. Kelvin with 18 first half points. Not bad for KJ. Thomas Bryant gets fouled driving into the paint, gets fouled, going to go to the line for two. Eli or Tony? All right, my honest opinion. I'll always be honest with you guys. Tony Romo was a better regular season quarterback than Eli Manning. It's not even close. Quarterback rating was what, 96 or 97? Eli's was 83, 84 over their careers. That being said, when you needed a clutch, Eli was a better clutch player, I think. I'm not sure that Tony Manning. I don't know how Tony was in regular season. Eli was better in the playoffs than Tony Romo. Yes, you could say, well, it was just 2 runs. It was 2 runs that you would take one of those with the Cowboys with Tony Romo. Yeah, I know you would. You would be happy for just one elite performance in the playoffs that got you guys a Super Bowl. So, Tony Romo, better regular season quarterback. Eli Manning, better playoff quarterback. That's my 2 cents. You may agree, you may disagree. That's what I got. And the second free throw is good for Kyle Kuzma as he was at the line for 2. George Gervin, yeah. I mean, George Gervin would be ahead of Manu. True. Didn't George play also small forward, though? Was George a 2 or a 3 in his career? I feel like he played small forward a little, too. Maybe not. I don't know. Murray pull-up jumper, no good. A rare miss for DeJounte. Spurs get the offensive board, and they're going to lose it out of bounds. 2.5 seconds on the game clock for the Wizards. Eli or Peyton? It's kind of a similar situation. Regular season, Peyton Manning a much better quarterback than Eli was. He just was. He was the offensive coordinator for the Colts. Statistically speaking, he absolutely annihilates Eli. But in the playoffs, Peyton Manning was not the same quarterback. I believe if you look at statistically speaking, Eli's quarterback rating went up about 10 points from regular season to playoffs, and Peyton Manning's was the reverse. I think it went down 10 points. So Eli actually was the better playoff quarterback than his brother. Wait, does Murray have a triple-double? Yeah, I thought he was workforce. I thought George was too big for shooting guard. I thought he was a small forward. Thank you. Ish Smith, late 3 or end of half 3 is no good. The Spurs will take a 4-point lead in an entertaining and high-scoring first half. They just heard him say, if you like offense, both teams on pace to score over 140 points. 2 and move to 3. Okay, thank you, the Kerm. 20 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds for all-star DeJounte Murray. Tom Brady kind of overrated. I mean, he's got 7 rings. It's hard to... I know you guys some don't like to focus just on the rings, but it's hard to argue that fact. I mean, he obviously is doing something right to win 7 freaking Super Bowls. All right, let's pull up the halftime stats. The Spurs scored 45 points in the second quarter. The Wizards scored 38. That's 83 points in the second quarter. That's the same amount of points we would see the Spurs put up when the Twin Towers played in a whole game. Mind you. We'll take a look at the Wizards first. I always look at the opponent's score stats first because I'm probably spend a little less time on them. For the Wizards, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with 18. Kyle Kuzma with 14. Daniel Gafford with 4. Corey Kispert with 3. Raul Neto with 6. The starting lineup for the Wizards is 8 of 11 from beyond the arc. 8 of 11. That's not too shabby. Off the bench, they have actually gone pretty deep in their bench. Denji Abidja with 10. Thomas Bryant with 4. Ish Smith with 4. Rui Hachimura with 6. Anthony Gill with 2. And Cassius Winston played 4 minutes and had 0 points. So that sucks for him. Took 1 shot. Let's take a look at our San Antonio Spurs fans. Starting lineup. We got some big stats for the starting lineup. Finally, guys, Doug McDermott with 7. Keldon Johnson with 18 and 4, including 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. So Keldon have a very good first half. Jakob Poeltl with a solid first half. He's got 14, 3 and 4. Devin Vassell with 2. And all-star DeJounte Murray with 28 and 8. Now, his career high is 32, which I believe he's done twice this season. Could DeJounte go for 40 tonight? I want to tell you, too, DeJounte Murray has 20 points in 17 minutes and 24 seconds. Just putting that out there. Off the bench, not a lot going on. Lonnie Walker with 5, Zach Collins with 2, KBD with nothing, Trey Jones with 4, Thomas Satoransky against his former team with 3. Looking at the free throws, has it been as bad? No, I think it was just a sequence. Uh, Lonnie Walker, 1 of 4 from the line tonight, so he's been terrible. I think he made his first one and then missed his next 3. And then Trey Jones probably missed the next free throw, which I think that was 4 misses in a row by the Spurs, which made the free throw shooting look abysmal for the night. It's actually not as bad as it sounds. But in close games, free throws can make the difference. And we have seen the San Antonio Spurs lose close games by a couple of points and miss a lot of free throws, and those free throws could have changed the whole game. Andrew, I'm watching the game. I back out of the live stream and go to box score on the NBA Pass. How much does Josh the GOAT Primo have? William, he has 0 because the GOAT is out with the wrist injury. Hopefully he's not out too long. The Spurs play a back-to-back tomorrow. More than likely, then I would think he's not playing. 55 inches, Andrew. Not huge, not small. The thing about my TV is it's got a TV stand that's in the middle. What I mean by that is, if this was my TV, it's like this, and then it's got a wide base, and all the TVs now have these little itty bitty feet on the left and right, and my TV stand's not wide enough to hold that. My TV stand's probably looks like 3 feet wide, but it's perfect for a 55 to probably 65-inch TV. I don't like the TVs having those little feet anymore. My buddy just bought like a brand new 60-inch TV, and it's had these little bitty feet on both sides. I'm like, really? With all the money that you're spending on TVs, to give these janky little feet? Yes, Carl, I would agree with that. If they do a 100th anniversary team, they should be both on it. No, Rowie Door, we don't do that on this channel because, one, it's illegal, and I'll never promote illegal activity. A friend of mine has always trying to get me a Fire Stick, and I'm like, dude, if everybody stole content, this is not a knock to you, but if everybody stole everything and watched it for free, there would be no NBA, no UFC, there would be nothing. Because if everything was free, they're businesses. They have to operate. So that's one reason. Second, those websites usually are dangerous for your computer. Usually they have viruses or malware, and I'm not going to have that type of stuff spreaded on my channel. So there you go. I've never watched a Spurs game at Hooters, Ernie. It's the UFC. I do the UFC once in a while at Hooters, but no Spurs games at Hooters. Is that 75th thing of the best players in every 25th year? Is that what it is? So they only add new players? Not, I don't know the rules on that. I have no idea. You might have a little extra swagger, LJ. Maybe. All offense. Yeah, there's no defense, Big Sean. But I'm like, it's a fun game. If we can see Keldon and DeJounte go for career highs tonight, because Keldon's career high, I think, is 28 or 29, and he's on pace for 36, and DeJounte's on pace for 40. I would love to see both players get a career high and the Spurs win. That would be awesome. Hockey is a sport I do not watch, just for record. Owen, what's up from the Philippines? Andrew, I'll catch you later. But hockey, I can't get into it. I tried. I watched the Bruins. The last thing I watched was the Bruins and the Blues Stanley Cup from 2019. I did enjoy it, but I only enjoyed it because the Blues were was it the Blues? Yeah, St. Louis. I don't know all the NHL teams. I really know. The Blues were apparently like in last place in January and turned their whole season around and then ended up being the underdog and winning the Stanley Cup. So I thought that was kind of a cool storyline. But I really haven't paid attention to the NHL since the lockout in like 2000, 99, 2000, 2001, whenever that was. Whenever they went from like major networks to the outdoor network to show their games, I was like, I'm out. Arthur, good evening. Thank you for stopping in. Honey Badger, go Spurs, go. I'm from Florida. All right, Alex. I'm from Massachusetts. You're from a FL. I'm from a MA. You put them together, you get Flemma. 2004, 2005 was it Was it 0405? I thought it was before that. Shoot. All right. Europe will not. Time difference. I got you. I got you, Roy. No, I understand. I mean, a friend of mine, I just mentioned like trying to get me to get on that, and I'm like, I mean, like to each his own. I'm never going to judge anybody. I don't judge my friend for getting content for free. I just personally, I can't do it. I try to be a. This is gonna sound corny, somewhat of a role model on the channel. Not a great role model, but I try not to swear on the channel. And if I do, I'll instead of using swears, I'll use fudge or flippity flop or try to substitute words. Um, yeah, just because I know I have kids watching, and I don't want to set a bad example, and I certainly don't want to endorse, piracy, I guess would be the correct word, or whatever it is. I do pay for the NBA League Pass. It is not cheap, or Team Pass, excuse me, Team Pass. Which, if you guys have ever been looking into that, the Team Pass is down to $15 a month, which is not too bad. I paid 120 just for the season for the Spurs, but they have lowered the price, I think, to 15 a month. And I think actually the League Pass is $50 now for the rest of the year. I don't know if that is still going, but if you're an NBA fan, $50 for the League Pass for the rest of the season, that's not too bad. Yes, DJ, Kelman and DJ are going crazy. Uh, Big C, Thomas went 3 or 4 from the line. Didn't really see a lot from him. I was expecting him to be a garbage time player only, so the fact he got to play against his former team's kind of cool. Joshua Primo is out. Jay Rich is not playing, and Langford, I don't know what's going on with that dude. When Pop breaks his record, probably not, Ernie. I'm not going to go crazy when he breaks the record, not because I'm not happy about it. Don't get me wrong, I'll be very happy for him, but I expected it to happen this season. So that's why, like, when unexpected things happen, that's when I go nuts. My favorite player, when he got a quadruple double, holy crap, went nuts. When he scored 71 against the Clippers, went nuts. When the Giants beat the Patriots in Super Bowl 42, and quite frankly, 46, went nuts because didn't expect it to happen. When the Spurs lost to the Heat in the NBA Finals, went nuts because I thought for sure they'd win that. So, I mean, unexpected things I go nuts for, like Jakob Poeltl hitting a three this season with the Spurs. Did not see that happening. And he hit the laziest half court shot you'll ever see, and it went in. Worst form ever. So stuff like that, I go crazy on stream live. But if I expect it and know it's coming, then you're going to get a subdued reaction. Because I don't want to fake a reaction. Like when Devin Vassell was drafted, I didn't go crazy because I had heard of him. He was a good player. My reaction really was they drafted a player I've heard of. Because I had never heard of Lucas Samanic when he was drafted. Now, on the opposite side, when Joshua Primo was drafted, much like all of you, I was going crazy. When Daniel Jones got drafted, I went ape poop because did not see that coming. Even though there was rumors the Giants could actually do it, I was like, no way. And then I'm sitting there. Josh Allen's available, not the quarterback, the defensive player, and like some consider him the best player in this year's draft. We're taking it. We're gonna get Josh Allen at number 6. Josh Allen, Daniel Jones. Superstar or another Sarbass, I would say at least another guy that can score 20 points per game with DJ. Daniel Bija and Kuzma, yes, they are having a good game, Roey. They are. I went over the halftime stats at halftime, but your team is, if you're a Wizards fan, you are killing it. Your starting lineup, I think I said, was 8 of 11 from beyond the arc, which is 72%. Really crushing the threes tonight. Yeah, that game. That's probably the most frustrated I've ever been in a Spurs fan when I saw Tim Duncan coming out of the game. And I know he's not a great free throw shooter, but when he was coming out, when we needed rebounding, and then sure enough, the Heat get an offensive board and kick it out to Allen, that's probably the angriest I've been as a Spurs fan. I was screaming at my TV, screaming at Pop, why isn't Tim Duncan in the game? I was livid. Don, I'm so proud of DeJounte Murray. I am so proud. I'm glad. Just on a personal note, I don't know if other channels said this. I'm glad I don't have one video up on this channel saying trade DeJounte Murray because I know there are people that were saying to do that, and I stayed away from that. And Now he's proving them all wrong, and I'm so proud of this young man coming back from a torn ACL a few years ago. Spurs fans downing him left and right last year, and I think while DeMar DeRozan may have helped him grow in way, may have held his growth back by being the primary ball handler. What's up, Cruz? Thank you for stopping in. Thank you. Glad you liked the mock draft. I was a little disappointed in it just because of it didn't flow as well as I liked it to because I had to keep changing the polls and I was struggling sometimes getting players up on the board correctly. But you guys seemed to enjoy it, and it was definitely something different. But for one person, it might not sound like a lot of work, but that was a lot of work that night. It ended up being more stressful than I thought it would be. We don't want to condone violence. Hi, Rowie. Thanks for subbing. Hope you enjoy the channel. It's a Spurs and Giants channel, but I like to have a lot of fun on the channel, make people feel welcome, make jokes, and occasionally I'll rage when my team does something bad, but it'll try to be a PG-rated rage. The Bros Miles. Who do I want to win? I guess you could be thrown off by the maroon shirt I'm wearing. Maybe you might think I'm a Wizards fan, but I'm going to say the backdrop should give that answer away. I am a Spurs fan. I want the Spurs to win. Yeah, you're right. Well, I did a video. I don't know. Oh, traders not doing nice, Don. I did a video because there were a lot of trade rumors out there, and I don't like addressing trade rumors too much on this channel because a lot of them end up being bogus. And I don't want to keep put up 5 videos a week and have 4 of them be false trade rumors and 1 be legit, or have all of them be false. So I addressed trade rumors very carefully this season. I probably could have done a ton of those videos, maybe grown the channel a little more, but I don't. I want you guys to look at my channel as a reliable news source. Even though I'm getting the news secondhand, I want to report on stuff that is factual, or at least that I feel is going to happen. I did a video that Thaddeus Young could be traded, or will likely be traded. He was, not to where I thought he would go, but he was traded. I said Bryn Forbes did a video on him getting possibly traded. He was traded the next day to the Denver Nuggets. And then in a video I mentioned Derrick White. I addressed the rumors with Jakob Poeltl, DeJounte Murray, and Derrick White. And I shot down the rumor with DeJounte Murray. With Jakob, I said there could be a slight chance. And it turns out the Spurs did try to trade him. They just didn't get what they wanted for him. And you guys criticized me a little bit, which was appropriate at the time. Derrick White, I said, and could Derrick White be traded? Maybe. I think I even did it in that voice. I did the maybe because I just felt like the Derrick White DeJounte experiment wasn't working. We had seen it for a year and a half. I thought his game was regressing a little bit offensively, and there was a chance the Spurs could trade him, and sure enough, they did. In my heart, I didn't think it would happen, but my mind said there's a slim chance he could get traded, and now he's gone. We are back to the game. Spurs up 75-71 in a ridiculously high-scoring first half. It's Wizards ball, and that turnaround jumper to start off the quarter is a miss by Kyle Kuzma. DeJounte Murray will bring it up for the Spurs. Murray in the paint. Gets it to Devin Vassell. Vassell in the paint. Layup is good. And one! Biggest lead of the game for our San Antonio Spurs. They are up by 6. By the way, if you're new to the channel, headphone users beware. I do get loud at times. It's not intentional. I don't do it to be a jerk. It's just I love the team. I'm passionate about the team, and sometimes that passion just comes out on stream, and I can't contain it. So my apologies when I get loud. The free throw is good. Spurs extend their biggest lead to 7. Let's keep this going. Would I trade Jakob for a first pick of the first? Wait. Would I trade Jakob Poeltl for pick number 1 in the NBA draft? I mean, honestly, yes. I would. I mean, I like Jakob, but the players that are available in the top 3, and now an offensive foul on the Wizards, Spurs ball. If we can get like a Jabari Smith Jr., Paulo Banchero, Chet Holmgren type player in the first round over Jakob, and Jakob has 1 year left on his contract, I'm sorry. I love Turtle Power, but that's not going to happen. We would have to trade Jakob, probably 2 of our first round picks, and maybe even more for the overall first pick. Speaking of Jakob, in the paint, jump hook, good. 9-point lead for our Spurs. Biggest lead of the game. I haven't done this in a while. Go Spurs, go! Jakob does seem like a great guy. Big C. I like Jakob Poeltl. I want to make it very clear. I like every player on this team, whether they're playing well or playing bad. I am rooting for every player on this team to play well. And the players are playing well. That means the team's playing well. Timeout Wizards, by the way. When I do my weekly recaps, I absolutely hate having to say a player had a good and bad week, or a bad week, or an ugly week. I don't honestly don't like doing that, but I'm also not going to BS you and look you guys in the face on camera and say, well, Lonnie Walker, he shot 30% from the field, 20% from beyond the arc, but overall I thought he had a good week. No, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to call things down the line, and I hope Lonnie Walker's a player, for instance, that I've talked about who might not come back with the Spurs next year. He's on the last year of his contract. His shooting metrics have taken a step backwards from last season, and I'm worried he's not going to be a Spur next year. I hope it works out for him, but at some point, maybe he doesn't fit the system, or maybe, quite frankly, him and Pop are oil and water. Pop's style of coaching doesn't work with Lonnie. I don't know. I hope Lonnie proves us wrong, but he needs to start turning it around sooner than later. Because if he finishes the season right where he is right now, around 11 points per game, 40% or less from the field, and 30% or less from beyond the arc, I don't think they'll bring him back next year unless they can get him on the cheap and he doesn't get any offers from any other teams. I believe Lonnie is a restricted free agent after the season. It is a good game, the current. I have not shown the game, Ace. Good point. The game. Boop, boop, double time. Boop, boop. You missed it. Boop, boop. Yes, I would agree. Jakob and DJ have been the most consistent players all year. That being said, Jakob Poeltl is a starting center in the NBA. He has played like one this year. He's proven me wrong. I question whether he could be a starting center in the NBA, and he has played like one. Absolutely. But is he a franchise player? And some of you might say, is DJ a franchise player? Well, I think he's proven this year that if he's not a franchise player, he's at least borderline. But Jakob Poeltl, probably not. Then again, maybe he'll prove me wrong the rest of the season and average 20 points per game and 12 rebounds the rest of the way. That's very possible. His offense has been expanding lately, and I hope he does prove me wrong. Hopefully, he kills it out there. Need to read. I don't know, Don. That's just the game is Triple H, but yes, it does say live play-by-play and scoreboard. I haven't had any issues lately. I used to label the streams Spurs versus Wizards live stream play-by-play, and people would only read Spurs versus so and so live stream and stop there. Now I just put the live play-by-play and scoreboard, and I think people realize, especially now, people have been doing these play-by-plays on YouTube for like 5 years. They know they're not getting the actual game when they come in now. They know it's probably more than likely a play-by-play. Daniel Gafford takes the alley-oop dunk and throws it down. 80-73 Spurs ball. Keldon Johnson open for three, takes the three, makes the three. KJ, Kobe on fire from beyond the arc. All right. 10-point lead. I shouldn't get too excited. The Spurs, more than anybody, can snatch defeat from the jaws of victory in the fourth quarter. And another alley-oop dunk. Denny Avdija throws it up for Daniel Gafford. Where is the Spurs defense? Jakob, what are you doing in there? Sarvas, I have no idea who the Spurs' next coach is. I honestly have no idea. Keldon Johnson turns the ball over. Wizards on the run. And they turn the ball over. KCP couldn't hold on to the dribble, bounced it off, I think, his leg or his foot, and back-to-back turnovers for both teams. 9:50 to go in the third quarter. Mas agua. Murray pick and roll with Jakob. Gets it into Jakob. Jakob out to a wide-open Devin Vassell for three. Yeah, that's the biggest lead for the Spurs, 11 points. Aaron, if Jonathan Murray makes another leap, holy crap. That would be ridiculous if he makes it. I mean, his three-point shooting is probably his biggest weakness in the game. Corey Kispert going backdoor gets the layup, 86-77. If he can get that three-point shooting up to about 37, 38%, Jakob gets fouled in the paint by Kyle Kuzma. Mark Jason, good evening. Mabuhay to you as well. Thank you, Don. I love the team. And I do this not just for folks that can't watch the game, but my chance to talk to Spurs fans. It's awesome. McDermott, runner, backboard, good. 88-77. Still not a defense. No defense in this game. Not a defense sighting at all through this game. Through the first 27 minutes. KCP out in three-point land. Gets it out to Raul Neto. Neto will dump it in. Nope, back to KCP. KCP loses the ball out of bounds. It was off Jakob Poeltl. 5 seconds on the shot clock. It'll stay with Washington. What's up, Mickey? What's up, William? Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. I don't know the lyrics. Zach Collins, yeah, he's been on and off. Kyle Kuzma, nice jumper over Kellen Johnson to make it a 9-point game. DeJounte Murray crossover dribble, and he passes it right to Kyle Kuzma. He's not on your team, DeJounte. I'm not sure what you're trying to do with that. That pass got away from him. Neto pull-up jumper, rolls around and goes in. 88-81. Greg Popovich, what a timeout with 8:27 left in the third quarter. Hans, I agree. The Spurs are one solid player, probably a legit 4, maybe a stretch 4, which is why I would love us to get a top 3 pick in the draft. Who do you guys think we would pick? You know what? Yeah, we are winning. I'm going to ask you guys here. For those of you in the chat, we're getting close to 100 thumbs up. By the way, I'd love to get to 150, but let's get to 100 first. I want to poll you guys. I'm putting something in the poll. I can't type the word "the" apparently. Typing it with a W. There's no W in the word "the." I'm very curious. Oh my gosh, I can't type. All right. We'll put in. If I spell their names wrong, I'm sorry. I don't remember how to spell their names. But I think that's how you spell it. And is that how you spell his first name? You know, I'll go last names. I know how to spell their last names. Because these are the consensus top 3 picks in the draft, usually. So there you go. If the Spurs were to get the first overall pick, who would you pick? I don't think Keegan Murray would go first overall. He seems to be more of a ranked 5 through 10. I could be wrong. But I'll put that poll up for you. Just curious who you guys would want. There we go. Set. Chet is Slenderman. Just no. Manuel seems to be a nice guy. Manuel seems to be a nice guy. Thank you for being a channel member. I don't know who that is. Johnny Davis. Isn't he a guard? I don't want Johnny Davis. Not if he's a guard. No more guards. Not our first pick should be a big guy. Right now, the Spurs are projected to draft 8th if the season ended today. Got to take a 4. Butterfly, they're all big men. It's Paulo Banchero, Jabari Smith, and Chet Holmgren. They're all bigs. Holmgren, I think, is more of a center, and Banchero and Smith are power forwards. We do need a big. Man, I haven't raged as a Spurs fan in a long time, but if we draft a freaking shooting guard in the first round, all bets are off. I'm blowing my microphone up. McDermott misses the jumper in the paint, and it's Wizards ball, and the Wizards are cutting away at this lead. KCP out in three-point land. Pass it off to Kuzma. Kuzma drives baseline, throws it up, and nice drive by Kyle Kuzma. It's a 5-point game. Jokic, I think they have him being picked maybe more 15 through 20. Or not Jokic, Jovic, I should say. Jovic. Nikola Jovic, the generic Jokic. Fast break, Raul Neto. It's a 3-point game. Another timeout, Popovich. The Spurs have absolutely seen their lead disappear. They were up by 11. Now they're up by 3. I know, Spencer. I know. Some Cavs fans think that Spurs cheat in the final. Do you think that cheat in the final? Which finals? And why would we never played the Cavs in the LeBron Cavs? We go back to like 2003. That'd be an odd thing to bring up 20 years later. No more Euro players. Spurs doing Spurs things. They'll probably draft a guy that I've never heard of out of Zimbabwe or wherever. That's what the Spurs do. Who do you guys got so far? I'm guessing Smith. Jabari Smith Jr. Nikola Jovic gives you Luka Samanic vibes. Was it 07? Did we have the captain? Dang, I get a. The Nets were 03. Right? Knicks in 99, Nets in 03. Shoot. Dang it. I got my ears wrong. We got to keep the guard mill running or it's our only moneymaker. Bronny Jr.? He's a second rounder. That means LeBron's coming to the Spurs. Because Bron has already said after his Lakers contract expired, he is going wherever Bronny goes. And I think Bronny's projected to be a second round pick. It is Spurs ball, up by only 3, 7.5 minutes to go. The Spurs offense has disappeared in the third quarter. I feel like it just got lighter in my house. Did it get lighter all of a sudden? Am I brighter? McDermott goes baseline, gets the layup, and one. That's right. I don't know. I was trying to think of a country's honey badger. Zimbabwe just popped in my head. Dougie McBucket's at the line for one, trying to convert the three-point lay. No, the Euro players have not worked out for the Spurs lately. We're looking at this guy, and it's still hoping to draft another Manu. That's a one of a kind right there. Not many players would accept the role on the off the bench in the way he did. And stayed his whole career with the Spurs too. Bryant in the line gets into the paint. Excuse me, throws it up and in. Thomas Bryant with the bucket. 91-87. 7 minutes to go. Murray crossover, goes baseline and throws it away. What? DeJounte Murray and Keldon Johnson have kind of disappeared a little in the third quarter. They had such fantastic first halves. Very quiet in the third. DeJounte looks like he got poked in the eye. Did not get the foul. 91-87. Wizards ball. Kyle Kuzma out. Three-point land. Guarded by KBD. Starts to drive. Spin around. Throws it back out. And the three-point attempt is good by Raul Neto. It's a one-point game. Some kid from North Korea. Shaq Jr. 1-point game. We were up by 11 in this quarter. And then I did a dance, and then I said we are good at snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. And now they're proving me right. Jakob into the paint. Loses the ball. Traveling. We were up by 11 at the start early in this quarter. Is right. Yes, Big C. I mean, considering where we drafted Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili, yeah, very lucky. A lot of people don't like number 2, but that trade was golden. That magic we had in the draft hasn't quite happened. We've gotten good players in the draft, obviously DeJounte, Keldon, Derrick, but we haven't had that type of player. That guy. Lonnie Walker for 3, no good. At least he didn't step out of bounds. That three's no good. For the Wizards, Corey Kispert launches a 3, no good. 5:55 to go. Murray will bring it up for the Spurs. Crossover pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl. And he turns the ball over. DeJounte, what are you doing? He throws it right to Kyle Kuzma. Wow, the Spurs offense is looking like duty. What, All-Star? I don't know what the Spurs are going to do with their money. I know some people want DeAndre Ayton, feel like he would really fit the team. He's going to want a max contract, which I think it's not 40 million a year based on his tenor. I think some folks have told me it's 30 or low 30s. Is DeAndre Ayton really worth 30 million a year? I haven't watched enough Suns basketball to I don't know. Free throw's good. And unfortunately, Daniel Gafford goes to the bench for the Wizards, limping off. Looks like he may have tweaked his ankle. Workforce planner, I don't get this. No, it's your boy Rico. DeJounte has a couple turnovers now, doesn't he? He's got to have more than one turnover at this point. I've seen him make a couple turnovers in this quarter. Aiton's available. Bradley Beal may be available. I did a free agency video. I did a video with the top 25 players available in free agency. So if you're really interested, that'd probably be the video to watch. Murray pull-up jumper, total brick. Man, the Spurs offense has just disappeared. KCP for three. Boink, no good. Murray with the rebound. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. 5 minutes to go. Bounce pass to Devin Vassell. Baseline three. No good. We can't buy a bucket in the third quarter. How many points did we have going into this quarter? 77 or something? Or 74? That three-point attempt is no good by Thomas Bryant. I didn't know he takes threes. He didn't make that one. Murray, a nice spin around dribble move and turns the ball over. And Bryant would have dunked down the other end. That might be 4 turnovers now. It's your boy Rico. He has been turning the ball over a lot this quarter. I don't know what's going on. Is he injured? Zach Collins with the ball in the post. Zach gets it to KBD. KBD with the jumper. Good. The tank is no tanking. Oh. Wizards ball up by one. A 12-point swing in this quarter. The Spurs were up by 11. And now a defensive foul. Ayton is a solid 15-point, 10-rim player. Not worth the max, though. That's what I kind of feel, Christian. Good player, not worth the max. I think our poll's probably, wow, it's close, though. I'll leave it up for a few more minutes. 37% for Smith, 35% for Banchero. Wizards ball, 3:59 to go. They're up 94 to 93. Joshua Burns, what's up? Joshua, aren't you a Spurs fan? You've been in like a ton of my streams. Aren't you a Spurs fan? Are you rooting for the tank? No Spurs fan ever should say, let's go, insert other team name here. That just feels all sorts of wrong. Offensive foul on the Wizards. That was on Thomas Bryant. Oh, come on, San Antonio, wake up. I would never ever say let's go Heat or Lakers or Warriors or another turnover by San Antonio. And Kuzma with the layup. I didn't even see who turned it over. It happened so fast. This is getting him. And now go travel by KBD. How many turnovers do we have in the third quarter? 7 turnovers for the Spurs in the third quarter. 7. Fredwin, good evening. This is a frustrating third quarter if you're a Spurs fan. The offense has disappeared, and they are turning the ball over at an extremely high rate. They're turning the ball over more than Daniel Jones. And that's saying something. And now a moving screen by the Wizards. That's essentially a turnover. This is sloppy basketball in the third quarter. Playing like poop. I don't know what's happening, Gabriel. This third quarter is hard to watch. Hard to call. Trey Jones. Runner. No good. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds by, it looks like Washington. Yep, Spurs ball. Joshua, I get not wanting, us to be middle of the road, but I can't imagine. I personally can't ever say, let's go insert other team name here. Won't happen. You got to do what you got to do. I can't do it. Kellen Johnson check back in for San Antonio. They'll get the ball into Lonnie in three-point land. Lonnie looking for a pick and roll with Zach Collins. Gets the pick, gets the roll, gets in the paint. The runner, no good. Under 3 minutes to go. Nothing is going right for the Spurs in this quarter. Bryant for three. That's a no. And Sadoronsky with the rebound as he's checked back in for San Antonio. Gets it to KJ. KJ takes off. Pull-up jumper, high off the glass is no good. Zach Collins with the rebound. Gets it to Lonnie. Walker back to Sonorowski, over to Kelman, back to Trey Jones. Jones drives, gets into the paint, throws it up, no good. Fouled, going in line for 2. Put me in the game, Pop. Put me in. I'll go clothesline somebody. Oh, wow. But Charles pulled way ahead in the voting. All right. Lino, let's go Nets. Well, that's fine. We're not playing the Nets, so you can certainly. I'm fine with that. Make a Mick Bucket already. Trey Jones at the line for 2. 2:36 left to go. First free throw is good. We're not going the 76ers road, then top pick after 10. No, we're not. 96-94, the Spurs. Again, we're up by 11 at one point in this quarter. And then, I don't know, maybe they had some bad Gatorade. 96-95. Spurs down by 1. Wizards up by 1. Ish Smith drives into the paint, stops, and turns the ball over. Spurs on the run. Trey Jones into the paint. The runner. Good. Offensive foul on the Spurs. That's essentially another turnover. Jones pushed off. Yep. Clearly pushed off Ish Smith. Can't do that. When it rains, it pours. Raindrops keep falling on my head. I don't know what to rhyme that Spursy with head. Zach Collins gets a steal. Another. This is ugly basketball by both teams. Keldon, long corner 3. Brick. The long rebound goes to Zach Collins. Gets it back to Keldon. Keldon drives into the paint. Throws it up off the glass. And that is good. Spurs retake the lead. 97-96. Pop tells his crew, let's turn this to a nail biter. Current, it's been all turnovers this quarter by both teams. I don't get it. Both teams just look bleh. Rui Hachimura drives like Helen Johnson and gets the layup off the glass. 98-97, Wizards up by 1. 1:22 to go in the game. Zach Collins takes a 3. In and out burger. Is that what it is, Don? Too much BBQ? And now almost a turnover by the Wizards. I thought that went off a spur. The ball goes off Corey Kispert. What a ugly. I want to go to NBA.com and see how many turnovers both teams had this quarter because it's bad. Space Jam basketballs, is that good or bad? Space Jam 2 basketball, I'm guessing, is bad. Space Jam 1 basketball is good. Keldon with the ball right now. Spins around in the paint. Back out to Lonnie. Lonnie thinks about a 3, pulls it down. Now it settles for a 2. Spurs back up by 1. At least it's a close game. DJ has not scored this quarter. Yeah, he had a bad third quarter. There's no way sugarcoating that. Ish Smith baseline jumper, good. And the Wizards are the first team to get to 100. I have not seen Space Jam 2. I'm guessing I don't need to. Trey Jones into Zach Collins. Collins loses it in the paint. Wizards ball. Is that like 8 turnovers for us in the third quarter? That's a lot. Ish Smith out in 3-point land, calling for a pick and roll. Gets the pick, gets the roll. Kicks it back out for 3. 3 is no good by Thomas Bryant. The Spurs can hold for the last shot and retake the friggin' lead. 7, 6, 5, 4. Lonnie Walker starts to drive. Baseline jumper. Good! At the buzzer. So as bad as the Spurs played through most of that third quarter, they will go into the fourth with a 1-point lead. All right, we'll wrap up the poll. And Paulo Banchero is the player you guys would want. All right. I'm not watching this game anymore. That's not the talk of a Spurs fan. That's the talk of a quitter. And you're not a quitter. Spurs fans aren't quitters. We're not tankers. All right, I want to take a look at the third quarter stats because that third quarter was. Can I isolate the third quarter? I cannot. No, I can only look at the overall box so far on NBA.com. But that third quarter was oogly. Uh, Jonte now has 4 turnovers for the game, and I think he does have a triple double. He's got 20, 10, and 10, but he went into the break with 28 and 8. Now he didn't shoot much either. I think he was like 8 of 10. So he only took one. Yeah, just a weird quarter for DeJounte. And Keldon had 18 going into the half, and he's got 23 now, so he's still producing. Jakob had, I think, 13 going to the half. He only had 3 in this. Yeah, so all our guys that were scoring very well in the first half really just could not get it going. And looking at the Spurs roster, only one player that's available has not played. Can you guess who it is? It's our buddy Jacques Landale, who's in the doghouse. Zach Collins going to find himself in the doghouse if he doesn't start playing a little better on offense. 1 of 5 from the field for Zach Collins. He does have 4 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Spurs with 13 turnovers on the game, and the Wizards 10. So overall turnover numbers, not absolutely horrendous, but third quarter wise, both teams were turning over the ball at a very high rate, and it was hard to watch at times. I don't think it's a tank. Um, it's your boy Rico. It is what it is. Not on purpose. There you go. I will never ever advocate tanking. I know you could say it helps your team in the long run, but we've seen other franchises tank for years and years and years, and they still haven't turned it around. I think, see, that's where I'd be more worried, Joshua, is us drafting great. I have questioned the picks the last 2 years because we needed a big guy and we went with smaller players. That being said, I feel like maybe the franchise has turned a corner with some very good training this season, and hopefully that transfers over into the draft. And when we're sitting there, pick whatever it is, number 1 through 9, we'll say, like, we're gonna have a top 10 pick. I think we just are. I think that's where we're gonna fall. You got to take the best big man available. If we're drafting eighth and Keegan Murray's there, got to take a. We need a legit four. I like Doug. I really do. He's not a starting power forward in the NBA. He's just not. He's definitely firepower, small forward off the bench, emergency need for a stretch for, but he's undersized for the position. And defensively, he gives us pretty much nothing. The effort's there, but he just defensively, he's not a good defensive player. And it's Wizards ball after was that another Spurs turnover? Well, now the Wizards turnover is Ish Smith throws it out of bounds. DJ did get his triple double. Gene, we didn't tank. People always say we tanked in 96, 97. David Robinson breaking his foot and having a back injury, I would not say is tanking. Keldon with the Euro step and gets it off the glass. Keldon with 25. I think he's 4 away from a career high, or tying a career high. Robinson was out with a back injury, I believe. Came back, played 6 games, and I think he broke his foot. I think that was the order of the injuries, or vice versa, but I think it was that way. How's that tanking? And Sean Elliott was injured. That's not a tank. That's your best player, and one of the best players at the time in the NBA is injured. And we're going to have a whistle on the Spurs. Spurs are up by 3, by the way. Exactly where it forced. D-Rob got injured twice that year. Now, maybe he could have came back at the end of the season and played 8 or 10 games. At that point, they're eliminated from the playoffs, and he's been injured twice. Do you bring a guy that's been injured twice in the season back to possibly get him injured a third time and maybe affect him going into the next season? Absolutely not. I wouldn't. Just my 2 cents. 2 free throws for the Wizards. First one is good by Anthony Gill. If my best player is injured twice in the season, am I bringing him back with 10 games left to get injured a third time? Hell no. I mean, if we're in the playoff hunt, sure, but they were terrible without David Robinson and Sean Elliott. Made them both. The game clock's not running. Primo's hurt. Joshua Primo is hurt. So no Joshua Primo tonight, which he had become part of the rotation. Lonnie into the paint with a beautiful athletic move and gets the jump layup. Oops, I took a point off of the Wizards by accident. Can't do that. 10.5 minutes to go. Lonnie's got to keep doing that, man. And down the other one, Ish Smith misses a layup. Gets his own miss. It's Wizards ball. 10 on the shot clock. Smith into the paint again. Kicks it out. 3-point attempt by Gill is no good. Jakob Poeltl with the rebound. Yeah, Joshua Primo's hurt. Primo is a Hurto. Speaking of Lonnie, he has the ball right now. Pull up jumper. No good. That's when I want to see a little. Jakob Poeltl ends up getting the offensive board and put back. I like to see Lonnie less quick pull up jumpers and more drive to the paint and use his athleticism because his jump shot's been off this year, but his athleticism is always there. So use that or get to the line more. His Smith's pull up jumper is good. Homer, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Left wrist, I believe, William. Left, what I rate the Spurs. Kellen Johnson goes for an alley-oop dunk, can't get it, flies to the ground, and goes to. Will be going to the line for two. What I rate the Spurs? Probably a C, C minus. This is kind of my expectation. I said they would win 32 to 36 games. They still could win around that amount. Kellen at the line for two. And he missed it. No, I made it. I thought I wasn't looking. I thought I heard he missed it. Kelvin made the free throw. My apology, Kelvin Johnson. I was looking at my computer screen when he took the free throw, and I just heard the word miss. He made them both, so I assumed he missed it. He didn't. Kelvin with 27 now? What's his career high? Selena's around. She's always around. By the way, if you're not hit the thumbs up, can we get to 150 thumbs up, Spurs fans? Any Wizards fans would appreciate you. Ish Smith drives, throws it up, in, and one. Ish Smith trying to take over the fourth quarter. Wow, found an article on that 97 Spanish Spurs. The internet's kind of wishy-washy. So I think he had a fractured foot and then a back injury. And I don't know. It doesn't matter. The thing with tanking is you could tank and be the worst team in the league, and because of the lottery, you still don't get the number one pick or number two pick or even number three pick. Do you guys know what's the worst you can pick if you're the worst team in the NBA? Is it fourth or fifth? I always forget this, and I know you guys are good with this stuff. Let's say I have the worst team in the NBA. I win 10 games and lose 72. But with this lottery ball thing, what's the worst I could pick? Is it fourth or fifth? I'm pretty sure there's a limit on how bad or how low you can go for that bad. Spurs ball, 9 minutes to go. Trey Jones drives. Trey Jones layup, no good. Jakob Poeltl with the offensive rebound and put back. Jakob coming to life in the fourth quarter, and we need him to come to life. It's fourth? Okay. It is Wizards ball. Corey Kispert out to Denny. Denny drives and loses the ball. That's a turnover for the Wizards. Spurs on the run. Devin Vassell will bring it up for San Antonio. Out to Trey Jones, and they'll just reset the offense. Get it into Jakob Poeltl. Poeltl in the post. Finds a cutting Kellen Johnson. Reverse layup is a brick. Fouled going to the line for two. What's up, Christian Picardo? Thank you for stopping in. Nice biking. I like to bike myself. We are up by 5 with Kellen going to the line for two. That's right, you're rooting for Washington, Joshua. Kellen's first free throw bounces around and goes in. 112-106. Kellen and Jakob and EJ are the future. Devin could be the future. Primo could be the future. Kelvin still has a question mark. Um, as long as he keeps improving in his game, like he has been, then I think he'll be our starting. He needs to be a starting three and not guarding fours and fives. That's the biggest issue with Kelvin is the Spurs are asking him to play out of position. Kelvin with 28 points on 9 of 15 shooting, and I think he's like, 7 of 7 from the line or something? 113-106, 8 minutes to go. Bryant with the ball for the Wizards. Nope, sorry, Kuzma with the ball for the Wizards. Sorry, saw the number wrong. Pulls up and hits it. Bryant's 13, Kuzma's 33. Don't hashtag me. I saw only the three. Kuzma with the jumper. Down the other end, McBuckets for three, no good. Daniel Gafford with the rebound. Good to see Daniel Gafford back in the game. He left earlier with an ankle injury, and he must be okay. Ish Smith's driving the paint. Alley-oop to Gifford. No alley, no oop, but Gifford with the short jumper off the glass, and like that, it's a three-point game. Greg Popovich with a timeout. Curtis, that's my thought exactly. Tanking introduces a losing mentality into the organization, and that can be tough to shake. You're right. We've seen it happen with other franchises in the NBA and the NFL, so that's why. And you got a player like DeJounte Murray who wants to win. So if the Spurs tank for the rest of the year and say win 10% of the games, when his contract's up, could he be like, you know what, I don't want to be here? That does happen. Look at Barry Sanders, one of the greatest, if not the greatest running back of all time. Retired early from the Detroit Lions, not because the team was tanking, but they were just so bad he couldn't handle losing anymore. The same thing would happen again in Detroit many years later with Calvin Johnson, one of the most athletically gifted wide receivers we've ever seen. Maybe the most athletically gifted. What, 6'4", but ran as fast as what do you run, like a 4.3? Um, that's why I don't like tanking. With the David Robinson thing, if he was good to play and there was 10, 15 games left and he held them out, hey, I'm fine with that. You got players that are coming back from serious injuries or multiple injuries, and you're knocked out of the playoffs, that's different. At that point, I'd be like, don't risk your player. Wait till next year. But to just have the guys that are out there really busting their butts, which is the guys we have on the floor right now, just say, nah, just go ahead and lose. I don't think that would work, and that's never been the Spurs way. Just my 2 cents. We've got 3 first-round picks, so focus on that. What can the Spurs do with those 3 first-round picks? Not to mention a plethora of second-round picks over the next 5 years, 6 years. So focus on, Brian Wright and company need. I don't want 3 first-round picks. I don't want to draft 8th, 18th, and 20th if that's where it lands. They're not going to play. Maybe the eighth pick will play, but you're going to send 2 guys to the G League. I'd rather trade and get like an 8th and then 11th, 12th, or 13th. If we can get 2 lottery picks, trade away one of those first round picks to move up a little bit, and a second round pick if we need to. I'll give up this year's second round pick. I'll give up the 20th in the second round if a team will take that to have us move up 5 or 6 spots with that 18th round pick or whatever it may be. Of course, that player will probably be in the G League too. What's up, Tyler? I was just actually talking about that. Can we trade all 3 picks for top? Looking around the interwebs and other NBA analysis, it seems very unlikely any of the first 3 teams will give up their first round pick because usually your top 3 picks are generational, once in a lifetime players. But could we trade our 3? Would a team take that? I don't know. Would I be willing to give it up for a top 3 pick? Probably. We're one player away from being a playoff team. We really are. I truly feel that way. We're one elite scorer though, a guy that can go out there and score 20 points per game on a regular basis. And right now, Kelvin and DeJounte have shown the ability to score 20 plus per game here and there. DeJounte for 3, no good, but not on a regular basis. DeJounte's fringe 20 points per game. Kelvin's close to 16 points per game, and with his 28 points per 28 points tonight, that should put him up over 16. I could see that happening. Power forward and then point guard because I don't think Trey Jones is gonna. I don't think if I don't know. I like Trey. I just don't think his style of play fits the offense, and some of you have said that as well. It is Wizards ball, Kyle Kuzma, with the Wizards down by 3. For 3, good. Well, there you go, tied game. Kyle Kuzma for 3. Jakob almost has a triple-double. Shut the front door. There's something we can agree on, Joshua. We do need a generational player, and we're not going to probably get that after pick number 5. But I'd rather get that pick by trading, which we have enough ammo to trade now. Right, Cruz? It could be Aaron. In my mock draft, I had him taking Keegan Murray, the live mock draft I did recently. Actually, you guys did because you guys voted. William, I agree. Zadie, yes, he is inconsistent. Kelman's only, how old is Kelman? Trey, yeah, Trey's one of our shorter players. He is. By the way, KBD is at the line right now. Jakob 27 and 7? Really? Huh. Kantbaro, what's going on? Channel member, thank you for being here. KBD makes the first throw and second free throw to make it a 2-point game. 640, channel member, thank you for being here. Is Calvin 23 right now? He's still very young. Remember, DeJounte Murray is in his 6th NBA season, 5th year playing, but his 6th season, and is now an all-star. Kellen's in his 3rd year. So in year 4, if we see Kellen bump up that points per game every year by 3 points, his 3-point shooting is obviously taken a big jump this year. So I'm not ready to write Keldon off yet. Not at all. Number 2 was 15. And KCP is fouled and will go to the line for 2. Contavious Caldwell Pope. Rocking the headband. Headband power. KCP's first free throw was good. Kite, what's up? Thank you for stopping in. Aaron, 1 thumbs up is enough. I appreciate it, though. Jojo San Diego, thank you for stopping in. Yeah, I didn't realize Jakob was almost at a triple-double. That is awesome. Second free throw for KCP. Good. Spurs are in the bonus with 6:26 to go, which is good and bad. Good if, well, actually, Jakob Pearl's out of the game. Zach Collins is in, so we don't have to worry about Yak at the line. Yakety yak. No dog back. Del Vassell drives. Turnaround jumper. Bounces around and will bounce off the rim. Kyle Kuzma with the rebound, and the Wizards have a chance to take the lead back. KJ, oh, so he's 22. Kyle Kuzma for 3, good. The 3-point shooting by the Wizards is driving me crazy. So he's only 22. So yeah, Kellen's got plenty of time to still work on his game. And we see him adding things to his repertoire here and there. Zach Collins in the post, off the glass, good. 1 point. It's a good game tonight, Wizards and Spurs fans. I mean, it's been, the 3rd quarter was pretty much unwatchable because all the turnovers by both teams. Otherwise, it's been a solid game. Kuzma turnaround jumper, no good. Smith saves the ball from going out of bounds, but passes it to KBD, who's not on his team. Murray into the paint, throws it up high off the glass, no good. The putback by KBD is good, and has Murray scored since the first half? He had 20 in the first half. Has he put up a donut so far? Timeout Wizards, Spurs up by 1. Keegan Murray, I'm on the fence on. He's only 6'8" and doesn't pass. He's young, though. Do you think he has a higher ceiling than Doug McDermott, Joshua? I think that would be the biggest question mark there. Does Keegan Murray, he's an inch taller. I assume he has more wingspan than Doug. Does he have a higher ceiling than Doug McDermott at the 4? If he does, then we should take him. If he doesn't, then he's not the guy. KJ is good enough to let go? Let go? Like, not be on the team? 0, Phil. Wow, that's ridiculous. Oh, Cruz, it's 3 more wins. This game's not over. Nothing. Not talking about anything that's happening overseas. This is a sports channel. That is a very sensitive subject and one I do not want to address here. And I'm not educated enough on it as well to speak on it correctly. So, not here. Spurs need someone. You think so, Felix? It's, you know what, no matter what happens, whether we agree on tanking or not tanking, who we should draft in the first round, it's an exciting time to be a Spurs fan. We have young players developing. DeJounte Murray making his first All-Star team. Keldon Johnson magically turning into one of the best 3-point shooters in the NBA. Jakob Poeltl outplaying his contract by a lot. It's a fun time. Plus, you got a lot of money in free agency coming up, anywhere from 25 to maybe 40 million, depending on how things fall. And 3 first-round picks to play with. I am so excited to be a Spurs fan. Next season's still going to be a lot of fun, but you know what? The rest of the season is going to be fun, too, because I want to see if Keldon can turn into that 20 points per game guy for the rest of the season. Pop needs 3. Oh, no, we don't want to hide him. Don't hide him. You can time him out, but I don't want to hide anybody on the channel. I'll go ahead and hide him, yeah. Try not to use the hide thing. Just time them out, and I'll make the decision in the end if I want to hide them. We are 10 thumbs up away from 150. That is the goal tonight. If we could get 10 more, would appreciate you all. And as always, thank you for being here. And go Spurs, go! Taiwo, I don't get it. Kellen's career high, I think, was 28. I don't know how you go from 20 in the first half to 0 in the second. It's not the first time we've seen DeJounte go off in the first half and then disappear in the second. Don't be like the 98-01 Clippers with draft picks. That's all right, the Kerm. It's all good. Hey, you don't know unless I say something, right? It is Wizards ball, 5:15 to go. They are down by one. We have three timeouts. Spurs have two timeouts. The Spurs are in the bonus. They've yet to take advantage of that. Kuzma really looking to take over the game. Kicks it out for three. The three is no good. Corey Kispert, I think, took that three and missed it. Yes, he did. But the offensive rebound goes to the Wizards. Kuzma with the ball again with 7 on the shot clock. Kuzma starts to drive, throws it up off the glass. No good. A fight for the board. And finally, DeJounte Murray, who does have a triple-double at least, will bring it up for the Spurs. DeJounte out to Lonnie. Kellen's checked back in. So most of the starting lineup in. Doug is out. Lonnie's in. That's the only change with the players on the floor. Otherwise, it's all the Spurs starters. Lonnie's going to take a long three. Thank you, Lonnie. Wow, we needed that because our three-point shooting has been nowhere near as good as the Wizards' three-point shooting. Well, there you go. Spurs are 6 of 21 from threes. The Wizards are ridiculous, 14 of 28. That is 50%. Yeah, Spurs shooting under 30%. And now a foul on DeJounte. Giliza, yes, absolutely. I used to talk about that stuff a little bit. Calvin Ridley, I have not heard anything on that. Calvin tied for his career, but I did that a little bit in 2019, actually in 2020 because of it was an election year. And I did a soft reset of the channel in September. I deleted all my previous videos for the most part because on a lot of my live streams they got very political. And I was like, you know what? Sports only. I have a music channel. I go into politics a little bit in some of my songs there. Otherwise, not here. And music's a great place to get your feelings out on stuff in the world. So that's what I do now. You know, instead of trying to talk, oh, what the heck? NBA Pass is just locked up for a momentary second. Just get out and get back in. That's what she said. All right. What happened while I was gone for like 5 seconds? Did I miss anything? This. Nope. Nobody scored. But DeJounte Murray finally scores in the second half. That's a 6-point lead for our Spurs. 3:41 to go. Wizards with a timeout. I have been a Spurs fan for over 30 years. It's either late 1990 or early 91. I became a fan of this man here and then a fan of the Spurs. I can't remember exactly one anymore, but I know it's 30 years for the Giants. Giants, Spurs, and Yankees all 30 plus years. Curs, I can't, the channel is probably in the best place it's been in because I was covering a lot of United States women's national team content previously. And unfortunately, a lot of their stuff is politically driven, so that's why I've kind of backed off with their content. I still love Kristen Press. She's my favorite player. She hasn't been playing, so I don't really have anything to cover while she's out. And I just want to focus on the San Antonio Spurs and the New York Giants. And I'm probably going to stream the New York Giants in the NFL season. And I know those streams are going to be tough because I'll probably only have 25 people watching. Because I'm a small New York Giants channel, but I love the team. And while I've said on stream before, I don't really like calling football. I'll find a way to enjoy it. I just need to put my own spin on it. But I love the team too much not to cover them anymore. And it is what it is. If I want to really, what would I don't know about Calvin Ridley, Phil. I mean, I was excited about Kenny Galladay, and he's been injured the last 2 years. Has Ridley had injury issues? Because if he has, I don't need any more wide receivers dealing with injury issues. We have so many freaking injuries every year on that offense. Kevin Smith, love your movies and a Wizards fan. Thank you for stopping in. KCP for three, no good. Jakob Pertl with the rebound. Jakob closing on a double-double. I don't know if he's going to get that triple-double. Spurs on a 9-0 run in the last 2:29. And now a foul on the Spurs. Offensive foul. Roberts got money on the Spurs. Spurs fan since 97. TD's rookie year. That is a fact, 97. Went to Avery Johnson's. You went to Avery Johnson's basketball camp? No way. He's injury free. Oh, okay, Phil. I would take Calvin Ridley then. Galladay and Ridley, if Galladay can stay healthy, that's a nice 1-2 punch. If they can stay healthy. Because Sterling Shepard's not coming back to the Giants. Heck, Darius Slayton might be off the team too. That's a miss by Kyle Kuzma. Spurs ball under 3 minutes to go. They can now extend this. And a hack a yak. Jakob Pertl fouled. Because of Spurs on the bonus, Jakob Pertl going to the line for 2. Definitely need Lonnie to step up. I agree. Joe from San Antonio. Bring back the ridiculous. No, Aaron, he's not going to bring back the ridiculous hairdo. Jakob Pertl with 28 and 8, 20 points, 20 assists, and 20 rebounds. Not too shabby. Pertl at the line for 2. First free throw. Bounces around and bounces in. Yeah, that's what you get for Hack a Yak. But Lonnie's hair, while I loved it and it was great moss, that reason he had his hair like that, it was kind of a defense mechanism. He was abused as a child, and I'll just say that, leave it at that. Jakob makes them both. Yeah. So he said he cut the hair to kind of be done with that. You can find that online. I don't want to talk about it because it's obviously a very sensitive subject, but the hair's not coming back. KCP for 3, no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be Spurs ball. Spurs can get the lead back to double digits here at the end of the 4th. Carlos Jeter, como está mi hombre? Yes, Jeremiah, you can see this game for real. The game! Boop, boop. That's the only game I can legally show. And another hack-a-yak. Rich, you're going to make me watch Giants games so I have something to talk to you about on the stream. Hey, look, I would love for you guys to stop into the New York Giants streams. I really would. But I understand why you wouldn't want to watch Giants content if you're here for the Spurs, because you're a Spurs fan. You don't care about the Giants. That being said, Jakob missed a second free. I missed the first free throw. Bounced around a couple times and came out. You certainly could come in and troll me if the Giants are getting crushed, and that's fun. Like, Rich, why the Giants losing 31-3? I'll just say because they suck. No Kristaps Porzingis. He is out tonight. Très bien, my homie. Jakob missed them both. Well, apropos. Touche, Wizards. Touche. Made the first 2, missed the second 2. Nito with the ball. Drops it off to Kuzma. Kuzma back to Nito. Nito out in three-point land looking for a pick and roll with KCP. No pick, no roll. Nice bounce pass into the paint. And the finish by Daniel Gafford. 6-point game, 2:18 to go. And they're going to foul Lonnie Walker intentionally. Wow. They're really doing the hack. They're really just hacking everybody on the Spurs. Interesting. We're not a good free throw. Oh, they did hack a yak again. I thought they hacked Lonnie. They hacked the yak. Good grief. All right, Yetsky. Appreciate that. Has he, Deliza? I have not heard that about Lonnie and Manu. Interesting. Jakob's free throw is going to bounce around and go in. So he's 3 of 5 with the hack a yak so far. That's not too shabby. Hopefully Mino can teach toughness a big 3. Yeah. Come on, Yak, make one more. Bounces off the rim, no good. And Denny with the rebound. It is Wizards ball, down by 7, 2 minutes and some change to go. They're not out of this game yet. And Denny in the paint with the ball, throws it up. And he traveled. Oh, what a costly turnover. Denny Avila with a turnover with 2:03 to go. Not the time you want to be. Wow. I'll take a look at the replay. He did a little jump step. He took a step and then did a jump and then a little mini jump. And the guy wanted to travel. Since when do our jerseys have the Jordan logo? Wait, what? Do they? Is Michael Jordan, is that what that is on the jersey? I didn't even notice that all night. Does it have Jordan dunking in the air on the jersey, Phil? I haven't seen the front of their jersey yet. That is the Michael Jordan logo. What? Jakob missed a second one, and they got the Air Jordan logo. I mean, aren't they made by Nike? So maybe Nike switched the logo. I didn't notice that until you said that, dude. I did not notice that. Wow. That's got to be new. Michael Jordan's, to me, the GOAT of the NBA, so I'm fine with him being on the jersey. And a very tough jumper by Raul Neto, falling away. 128, 122, minute and a half to go, Spurs fans. Zeus, is that the only jury? I honestly didn't notice it. Murray pull-up jumper, good. And DeJounte Murray, struggling in the second half, comes up big in the fourth quarter with a couple buckets. Minute 20 to go, 130, 122. I never know it. Maybe it's always been there, and I just... Kuzma in the paint, throws it up, no good, foul. It's going to the line for two. Every team has one. I really never noticed. Do I like Jordan in real life or the NBA? Carlos, I'm going to be honest with you. I could not stand Michael Jordan in the 90s. The reason being is every time I rooted against him in the NBA Finals, he won. He won. Every time he played the Spurs would be winning. And then Jordan's tongue would start coming out in the fourth quarter, and then they win. And that's why I know you love LeBron James. I've watched both throughout their whole career, and I've seen one man never disappear in the playoffs and one guy disappear twice. LeBron disappeared against the Dallas Mavericks and against my San Antonio Spurs with the Miami Heat the second time they played him. And that's, for me, just LeBron, as good as a player he is, he didn't have what Jordan had. Kobe had it too. That assassin-like mentality to win at all costs. That's a turnover by the Spurs and a layup by Denny, and it's now a 4-point game with a minute left. Holy moly, now it's getting interesting. Good grief. A costly turnover by the Spurs late in the fourth quarter. I didn't even see who turned it over. I was looking at the chat real quick. Let me take a look at the replay. DeJounte dribbled it through his legs and got pickpocketed. And unfortunately, another turnover for DeJounte. I think that's his fifth turnovers. He's usually pretty tight with the ball, only averaging, I think, actually dribbled it off his leg. DeJounte averaging only 2 turnovers a game this year, but having a rough night tonight with 5, and now it's a 4-point game. Manu block on Harden, your favorite basketball moment? Yo, you love Jordan in the 90s? There's a minute left. Look, he was a fun player to watch. And I know the debate will go on forever, LeBron versus Jordan. You know what my favorite LeBron moment is? This is going to be odd, but I watched the NBA draft where Charles Barkley was talking about, LeBron James asked, hey, can James play? He's missed the last few games. He's talking about James Harden, who just got traded, and Charles Barkley says, he just got traded. He's healthy. And LeBron starts cracking up and has to put his clipboard in front of his face to hide his laughter. That's my favorite LeBron James moment because that moment, I just saw LeBron James, the dude. You know what I mean? Not the guy that's doing political stuff on his Twitter or the guy that's, playing great for the Lakers, having too much influence on who plays for the team right now. I just saw LeBron James, the guy, and I'm like, I would hang out with that guy, the guy that has a sense of humor and is goofing around, and maybe even threw a volleyball, toss that one up to Charles Barkley and set him up. That's what I want to see from LeBron, just having fun. And I don't know where I'm going with that. Anyway, Spurs ball. Lonnie Walker takes a 3 after the Kellman pass. No good. 54 seconds left. Oh my goodness, it's a 4-point game. Kyle Kuzma drives into the post. Turnaround jumper is no good. Fouled going to the line for 2. Jeez. Where is the guy that UCL Spurs ball, Rich? What? Where is the guy that UCL Spurs ball? Who dat? I'll try to call it the time throughout this. 47 seconds left. The Wizards are down by 4. Kyle Kuzma is at the line for 2. First free throw is good. And the Spurs have missed a lot of free throws tonight. Could this come back and haunt them? Because they're only up by 3. The grade are good. I can't force people to hit the like button, but I appreciate everybody that has. It is what it is. Second free throw is good. It's a 2-point game. DeJounte Murray will bring it up for San Antonio. Spurs are in the bonus. Actually, the Wizards are probably in the bonus as well. They're not showing it on the TV, but I think both teams are in the bonus. Murray with the ball, looking for a pick and roll with Doug McDermott. No pick, no roll. Gets the switch, guarded by Kispert. 7 on the shot clock. Murray starts to drive, stops, pops. No good. And there's a 1 second differential between the shot clock and game clock, and the Wizards are calling timeout. "24 seconds left. 24.1 to be exact. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Murray trying to seal the deal. Drove. Stops. Spins around. Pops. From the free throw line. Usually where he makes all of them. Hits the rim. No good. Are the Spurs games he would announce Spurs ball when the ball was a Spurs? Did you ever hear him, Rich? Oh, that guy. Isn't that the AT&T Center though? The Spurs are on the road. So this is getting stressful. So Wizards fans, thank you for being here. Wizards, you got coming up the Cavs, the Pistons, the Hawks, the Pacers, and the Clippers. Spurs fans, we got the Heat tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll be live for that. Appreciate y'all hanging out on a Friday night. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so. It's fast, fun, free, nutritious, and delicious. And it's the easiest way to help support a YouTube channel without, I'll never ask for donations on this channel. I won't ever do a Patreon. I don't like Patreon. I just I have channel memberships because you guys asked about them. You all get the cool little symbols for your channel memberships. And for those of you that don't know, channel memberships, we also have our own private Discord. There's not many members in there. There's only like 10 of us. But if you're a channel member, you can enter the TSR Sports Discord. We'd love to have you in there. We have had a lot of road games. We got a lot of thanks, it's your boy Rico. It still helps the algorithm, believe it or not. Wizards will take it in at the half court. Raul Neto is going to get it in to Corey Kispert. Kispert gets it over to KCP. KCP drives. The layup is good. 19 seconds left on the clock. I'm surprised the Wizards left that much time on the clock, though. Murray with the ball. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Murray takes a 3. No good. It goes out of bounds with 1.1 seconds left. Wizards timeout. Oh, my Lanta. My heart's actually racing now. I don't like DeJounte Murray taking a 3 for our last shot. I think they're going to check how much time should be on the clock. The Wizards might get... I can't even breathe right now. Good grief. They're checking up to any more time should be put on the clock. And the Wizards are asking if they can move the ball to the half court. This is stressful. DeJounte All-Star Murray has a triple-double, but I don't like that three-point shot. The ball's going to go out of bounds with 1.7. So they should get 1.7 or 1.8 Spurs and Wizards fans. So they're going to get some more time on the clock. So the Wizards have plenty of time to get a shot off. Way too much time. Who takes the last shot if you're a Wizards fan? I can't look at the chat because I'm a little behind with the Roku streaming the NBA Pass, so somebody could spoil it in the chat. So I'm going to have to keep my eyes glued on the TV. 1.1 seconds left. Wizards ball. They can take it in at the half court. Raul Neto's going to get it in. It'll be knocked out of bounds by Devin Vassell, and there's a half a second left on the clock. We might be seeing over. We're probably seeing overtime. A half a second is enough for a lob. I don't believe it's enough time for a catch and shoot, if I remember correctly. A half a second left. Raul Neto will get it in. Zach Collins defending the inbound pass, jumping up and down. They get it into Kyle Kuzma. Catch and shoot is airball. We're going to overtime. I'm too old for this soup. Overtime. 130 all. And he needed Derek Fisher. Oh, goodness. We need Selena. No, we need Manu in the game. I seriously, I got to catch my breath, man. Sorry, workhorse planner. I think my heart skipped a beat there. No soup for you. Like button. Yeah, can we get a thumbs up for overtime? Pearl does now have the chance for the triple double. And Kellen has a chance for a career high if he doesn't have it already. We need David. We need Tim. We need something. We're up to 133 likes. Thank you, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, excuse me. 130 all in what has been an absolutely crazy game between the Spurs and the Wizards. DeJounte with a triple-double, 24, 11, 11. Keldon with 29. Leading scorer for the Wizards, Kyle Kuzma with 34, 7, and 7. He's close to a triple-double. I want to look up Keldon's career high. I think it's 28 or 29. I'm going to check real quick, see if he has got a career high. I mean, he should hopefully score in overtime. Keldon's career high is 29. Last year. Season high is 28 this year. His career high is 29 last year. And he's tied his career high. So one more point, and KJ has a career high. I'd like to see the young man get that. That'd be cool. You guys are talking about now, 29. I'm a diehard Spurs fan, and I'm here to say, watch out, we are coming to win the next two. Yeah, I agree, Jacob. This game is stressful, man. You guys are talking about Manu's junk? What the heck's going on? William, I've only been to one because I've lived on the East Coast. I saw him play the Wizards. That's it. And I'm ashamed to say that. I wish I've seen more. I hate driving to Boston. Absolutely hate it, which is why I haven't seen him play the Celtics. Can't stand Boston to save my life. It sucks, in my opinion. I hate the city. And then when I lived in the DC area, I just didn't have anybody that wanted to go to the game. To find my friend Laura got tickets to the game, and I went to see him there. Otherwise, I don't like going to games alone. Never been go to a game alone guy. Overtime, yes. What if there's 2 overtime? Then I'll put 2 OT up there. I hope not, Wills. I can't take any more of this. This has been stressful. Spurs have their starting lineup in minus Doug McDermott. Lonnie's in the lineup. And the Wizards win the jump ball. 5 minutes to go. Spurs won 10 of last 12 games against the Wizards with 3 consecutive wins right now. Nito for 3. No good. Kispert with the rebound and putback. And the Wizards are going to start off with the first bucket of overtime. 132-130. Wizards went on an 8-0 run. Carlos Jeter with the $5 super chat, my man. Appreciate you. He says, you are good doing this because you're still my best YouTuber ever. And for NTNS, go Spurs, go. Thank you for that, Carlos. Kellen Johnson for 3. Career high, 32. And for my man with the super chat, go Spurs, go. KJ for 3. Career high, 32 from my man right there. Keep it going, KJ. And Denny drives into the paint and gets the layup with contact, no foul. 134-133, 4 minutes to go. Spurs and Wizards fans. Whew. Lonnie Walker looking to get into Yakima and still get it to DeJounte. DeJounte surveying the field. Court, if you will. Keldon takes a baseline 3. No good. The fight for the board, and the long board will go to DeJounte Murray. 10 on the shot clock. DeJounte looking for maybe an ISO. Gets it to Lonnie. Lonnie drives baseline. Oh my whacker! Lonnie Walker drives baseline and boom! Shakalaka throws it down with 2 hands as he faked out the defense with a pass and then boom! 3:20 to go. That's what I want to see from Lonnie Walker. We know he can do it. Kispert for 3. Good. Ouch. That hurt. 2-point game. 3 minutes to go. If you only knew the power of... Let me do that. For Lonnie, you got to do that right. If you only knew the power of the dark side. Happy I can. Spurs ball. Lonnie for 3. Lonnie heating up in overtime. Come on, Lonnie. Show us, Spurs fans and the Spurs organization, you deserve a new contract, my man. You can do it. I know you've got it in you. You can do it. KCP with the ball in three-point land, 10 on the shot clock, starts to drive. A lot of contact, misses the shot, fouled, going to the line for two. 2.5 minutes to go. This is a great game, is right. El Cuatro. Lonnie coming up huge in the fourth quarter. They're replaying that dunk. They're the Honda drive of the game. Overtime, Lonnie, I mean, if he plays well, I'm all for it. I try, Joe. I try. Thank you. KCP at the line, 4-2. First one is good. Tied game, 2.5 minutes to go. I feel like, what's his name? Rocket Raccoon talking to Thor in Avengers Endgame. You can do this. That's what Pop needs to say to Lonnie. You can do this. Or Rob Schneider from like a million Adam Sandler movies. You can do it. KCP at the line for one more. Contavious Caldwell Pope. And he will make the free throw. Remember what I said, Spurs fans? All night, the Spurs missed a ton of free throws. Well, make a couple more. There's no overtime. You win. Lonnie with the ball right now. Looking for a pick and roll with Yak. Gets a pick, gets the roll. Back out to Devin Vassell, open three. Short. Kuzma with the rebound. 2:15 to go. Wizards ball looking to extend their 1-point lead. Kuzma's going to drive in the paint and gets the bucket. 3-point lead for the Wizards. 2 minutes remaining. That's my Unreal Tournament voice, by the way. DeJounte out in three-point land, looking for a pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl. Gets double team, gets it to Yak. Yak back out to Kellen. Kellen over to Lonnie. Lonnie starts to drive. Gets into the paint and gets fouled. Oh, my goodness. On the court for the Spurs, Lonnie Walker, Devin Vassell, Jakob Poeltl, Kellen Johnson, and DeJounte Murray. Lonnie driving hard, and he's so athletic. I don't know why. He hurt his wrist on that one. Lonnie Walker going to the line for two, but shaking his right hand. Lonnie with 19. He's 1 of 4 from the line, and now he's shaking the hand he's going to be shooting these free throws with. Made the first one, though. I said he made the first one. I'm walking my dog. Nice, Natango. P, what's up? Wizards fan, thank you for stopping in. Jerome! Made the second one. Minute 45. The artwork first player, which is why he's got to do it more often. 141, 140. KCP with the ball. KCP will get to Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma guarded by Devin Vassell. Kuzma's been unstoppable all night. Gets double teamed. To get around to Denny Avila. Avila in the paint. Loses it. Out of bounds. Off Denny. Spurs ball. Michelle, I don't know what this is, which team that's at, but thank you for stopping in. Or no, that was Raul Neto with the turnover. Excuse me. Raul Neto with the turnover, I think. My apologies. Anyway, it's Spurs ball with 1:15 to go. Keldon Johnson out in three-point land, and now a blocking foul. Neto was blocking, I think, Devin Vassell. That's another foul on the Wizards. The refs always stink. P put money on the Wizards. Okay. Nasty beats. Go, Spurs, go. Jackson. Well, you can't see if you're face planting yourself. Is Devin going to the line for two? The Spurs are in the bonus, Spurs and Wizards fan. Devin Vassell is at the line for two with 1:15 to go. First free throw is good. We got a tied game again. Could we see 2 overtimes? And the good evening, Ken. Thank you for stopping in. The greater good. Thank you for. Hey, we got 202 likes. Thank you. We got 200. Devin with 9 points. Only 9 points. Make that 10. Spurs up by 1. 1:15 to go. This is coming right down to the wire again. I need Mas Agua for this last minute. Neto, get it to KCP. Back to Neto. 15 on the shot clock. Neto back to KCP in three-point lane, guarded by El Cuatro, Lonnie Walker. Looking for a pick and roll. Gets the pick, gets the roll. Oh, foul on Jakob. Jakob just totally bodied up Raul Neto and knocked him down. That's a foul, Jakob. 59 seconds to go. For your parlay, Naruto, Yes, Manu Ginobili's here tonight. Manu, how you feeling right now? Yeah. All right. Haven't shown Manu much tonight. Figured I'd show him for you guys. I could do stuff a little different. Kispert checking back in. That's a non-shooting foul as Daniel Gafford is going to check out for the Wizards. 58.7 seconds left. KCP with the inbound pass. 14 on the shot clock. Gets it into Nito. Back to KCP. Back to Nito. Nito guarded by DeJounte Murray. Crossover. Starts a drive. Step back two. Jeez. And he made it. Clutch shot by Raul Nito. 46 seconds to go. Spurs can try to 2 for 1. We get it to KJ. Keldon Johnson back to Jakob. Jakob over to Lonnie Walker. Got to move a little faster than this, Spurs. Walker starts to drive. Off bounce, left-handed layup is rejected into the stands by Denny Avila. Spurs ball after the rejection. 143, 142, 31.2 seconds left. Spurs ball, 7 on the shot clock. DeJounte Murray will inbound the pass. And Keldon Johnson gets knocked down, no foul. We'll get it into Devin Vassell. 4 on the clock. Devin starts to drive. Gets it to DeJounte for 3. Good! 24.7 seconds left. And DeJounte Murray with a huge corner 3. 0.7 second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Wizards call a timeout. Wow. I criticized DeJounte taking that end of regulation 3, but he comes up clutch here, and props to DeJounte for firing that shot up after missing his first big 3. Makes a huge clutch 3 here with the shot clock running out. 2 on the shot clock when he launches that. All-star DeJounte Murray. Thank you very much. What a game, Wizards fans and Spurs fans. This has been a fun one, for sure. No matter who wins, good game by both teams. Yeah. Unfortunately, Spurs fans, the Spurs play tomorrow night against the Heat. They're going to be exhausted. Heck, I might not have a voice by tomorrow night. KJ has 32, and Jakob has 28. Calvin, channel member, thank you for stopping. Yeah, you know what? For anybody that's new here, Spurs fan or Wizards fan, when my team wins, I generally don't talk any trash. I'm more of the good game type. Except Yankees, Red Sox. Not actually even there. I don't want to be that guy. I mean, I don't want to be that guy. So do the Wizards go for 2 or 3 here? Do you go for the tie? Do you go for the win? We'll see. We still see. All right, 24.7 seconds left. Wizards has a full 24. Denny Avila is going to inbound the pass for the Wizards at half court, and I have to ignore the chat for now. I need to focus on the game. We'll get into Raul Nito. Nito, 3-point land. Pick and roll. Starts to drive into the paint. Throws up the layup. Good. Tie game. 18 seconds left. We are tied at 145. Spurs and Wizards fans. Are we going to see double pop with a timeout with 17 seconds left? And now my heart's racing again. Exactly, MJ. Here we go. You just, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. I need 1 point from, you need 1 point from Doug. Doug is not in there. The Pootsy Cats, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Deliza. The Spurs are in the bonus. Wow, I can't believe the game is tied again. Yeah, we got to hold for the last shot. Man, you calling DeJounte to Devin? My heart's racing right now. I need to calm down. This is the one thing that sucks about being a passionate fan. I think it takes years off their life. Do you think Lonnie has turned a corner? Not yet, Phil. He's played a little better lately. He's got to keep it going. Nito did take DeJounte twice one-on-one. You're right. Let D. White shoot the last shot. Zhorling Chung. That's going to be a long shot if he's firing it off from Boston to the district capital. I can't take another overtime, J Money. I seriously can't. Scoring leaders: Keldon Johnson, 32. DeJounte Murray, 27. Jakob Poeltl, 24. Kyle Kuzma, 36. KCP, 24. Raul Nito, 19. Lonnie Walker with 21. So the Spurs have 4 players with 20 or more. I can't take this. Oh my gosh. If I have a heart attack on stream, I want you guys to label me the most passionate Spurs fan of all time because I died for the game. They'll get into DeJounte 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Murray just standing with the ball. 10, 9, 8, 7. Murray starts to drive. Pull up jumper. Air ball. The Wizards are going to get the ball back with 1.5 seconds left. And DeJounte Murray with a air ball. Wow. That's not what I was. I mean, if he threw it up and hit the rim, but an air ball. DeJounte Murray. That's what we get out of a timeout. He airballed it. And he did shoot it a little early, it's Puerto Rico. I would hold on to that for another second. And if you're going to airball it with no time left. The Wizards have a 1.5 seconds. That was a very terrible airball. I don't know what just happened either. It's the tank shot. Yeah, Peter. I don't know if I'm going to call tomorrow's game now. The Spurs are probably going to be resting a lot of guys. They're logging some heavy minutes in double overtime. I might just chill and take the night off, especially since this game has gone long. And all the stress from this game is wearing me out, to be honest with you. And we might be going to double overtime on top of that. I am too, Carlos. That's not the shot I want. We might lose this game now. 1.5 seconds left. Plenty of time for the Wizards. Nito trying to get in and gets into Kisper for 3. Back rim, no good. We're going to double overtime. Oh my goodness! Double overtime! Yeah, I know, Jonathan. I actually have to move my quarter thingy. This is not what I expected tonight from these two teams. I gotta shrink this a little. I gotta put some shrinkage on this double overtime so you can see it. Is my stream ever gonna end? No, Jesse, they're not. I will say this now. They're not beating the Heat tomorrow. They're going to be exhausted. Our starting lineup is logging probably the most minutes they played all year. The most points scored in a game? No, I'm off tomorrow, but I'm sorry for some of you that have to work. I'll look up the highest scoring game. This is ridiculous. I think it's like 170 or 180. Highest NBA game score is 186 to 184. 22 years ago, on December 13th, 1983. That's not 22 years ago. That's when this was written, apparently. That is almost 40 years ago. The Detroit Pistons beat the Denver Nuggets 186-184 in triple overtime. It was and remains the highest scoring game in NBA history. The second highest scoring game is the San Antonio Spurs beat the Milwaukee Bucks 177 to 171 to 166. This right now would be, we have 290 points, correct? Yeah, it's cooking me, whatever. Get out of here. I want to see the top. All right. So as it stands right now, would this even make the top 10? The top 20 highest scoring games, 304 is number 20. We're at 290. So if both teams score like 8, this will rank as a top 20 scoring game of all time. I did not expect this to be my Friday night at all, clearly. Yeah, 2 OT and back-to-back. So if we get 3 OTs, I'll still be here, my friends. I'll still be here. The people watching this game live absolutely got their money's worth. Mr. Big, I'm okay. It's rough. It's been a tough game, but I'll be here till the end. I really got to pee. Spurs win the jump ball, but I'll be okay as long as this game ends now. So just a heads up. Usually I go over the stats at the end of the game. I'm probably going to blow through those stats because this has been a long game. Devin Vassell, pull-up jumper, good. Spurs up by 2. No, I like my half forwards. And a drive and a missed layup by Denny, but the putback is not missed. 147 all. Putback by Daniel Gafford, and the Spurs have the same 5 players out there. It's the starting lineup minus Doug McDermott with Lonnie Walker. Speaking of which, Lonnie with the ball right now starts to drive, kicks it out to Keldon. Keldon takes the 3. No good. Fight for the board. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be Wizards ball. Oh, rally cap. Well, we're not down, though. We're tied. It's not rally cap. It will end 160-158 Wizards. Okay, TP. TP, Tony Parker, toilet paper, somebody else? Probably not Tony Parker. Wizards ball. Kyle Kuzma in the paint. Almost turns it over. And finally, Raul Neto gets the loose ball. We get it to Kuzma. And Wizards just all over the place with the ball. Finally, get it to Gafford in the paint. He gets the bucket and one, and he is fired up. The greater good, I don't know if the Heat, the Spurs are going to rest a lot of games. I'll keep an eye on that, but they might be resting some players. We're in double overtime. Players don't usually log 40-plus minutes in double OT and then play a lot of minutes the next game. They probably did in the 80s. I do need to take a drink of water. Ben Simmons, what's going on? Congratulations on finally getting off the 76ers. DJ has a cut. He's going to get checked on for the Spurs. Dejounte Murray, that is. Hydrating. Dexter, good evening. Thank you for stopping in. Kurtchu, what's going on? Dexter, that's how I feel right now, my man. But you know what? No matter what happens, win, lose, or tie, go Spurs go until I die. I hear you, man. It's all right, man. There's still plenty of time. There's 3:46 left in the game. The Spurs are not out of this yet, but man, I don't know what's going to happen with that Heat game tomorrow. Don't be surprised if DeJounte rests. They might rest everybody. I don't know. Thank you, Jacob. You're listening to TSR Sports on YouTube. You can find me whenever usually the Spurs are live. This is my radio voice, but the radio voice is kind of tough to do if I'm not speaking directly to a microphone. But when I was on 103.5 HCC radio, I was BAR, Bad ASS Rich radio. That was me. From Cannibal Corpse to Britney Spears. Because that's what I was playing in the early 2000s. Cannibal Corpse and Britney Spears. It'd be Hammer Smash Face and then Oops, I Did It Again. 3-point play is good as Gafford makes the free throw. 150-147, 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. Lonnie Walker, step back 2. No good. Jakob Poeltl with the offensive board out to Keldon. Keldon will reset the offense with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Drops it off to Lonnie. Lonnie starts to drive into the paint. Layup. Good. 1-point game. Thank you, DJ. Appreciate it. I don't know, TP. That sounds fun. All right. 3:11. Down. No, okay. Left in the game. Kyle Kuzma, runner in the paint. Off the rim, no good. And a foul, offensive foul on Kuzma. Salvador, the Spurs aren't out of the playoffs. They're trying to make the play-in. 3 minutes and 2 seconds left. The Wizards lead 150-149 in a ridiculously high-scoring game tonight, but an exciting game. DeJounte Murray will bring it up to Lonnie Walker. Walker back to Jakob Poeltl, 16 on the shot clock. Jakob, the highest shooting three-point shooter on the Spurs. He's shooting 1,000% this year. Or 100%, should I say. Devin Vassell out to Keldon. Keldon drives in the paint. Throws it up off the glass. No good. Jakob with the rebound. Put back in good. Spurs with a 1-point lead. 2.5 minutes to go. Did we have 3 back-to-back overtime game? Double overtime game? Was that last year? Raul Neto with the ball. Starts to drive in the paint. Gets it to Gafford. Gafford loses the ball. Turnover. Wizards. Spurs ball. DeJounte Murray will bring it up the court for San Antonio. Murray starts to drive into the paint. Falls down. We're going to get a jump ball. Jump ball. Murray just fell down. And hopefully he's okay. No. No. Murray is grabbing his knee. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little emotional because I think it was his right ACL tore a few years ago. I don't remember. All right. That's not the type of the way he fell is not the type of way you tear an ACL. So sorry. I had shades of Odell Beckham Jr. just as a Giants fan. He was not the Giants. Seeing that young man, love him or hate him, tear his ACL for a second time, same one. DeJounte is up and starting to walk around. That scared the crap out of me. I saw him grab a knee, and my apologies. Looks like he's going to be okay. Not trying to be a drama queen, if you will, or drama king, but he's staying in. 2:07 left. It's a jump ball between him and Denny Avila. And the jump ball will be won by the Wizards. 2 minutes to go, down by 1. He's okay, guys. He's okay. I got nervous as hell there for obvious reasons. And the layup off the glass is no good. I did not see who shot that for the Wizards. Kellen Johnson with the rebound. DJ is still in the game. And again, my apologies. I wasn't trying to be over dramatic. I saw him go down. I saw him grab a knee. This is a kid that had an ACL tear, so I'm, for obvious reasons, a little stressed out. But he's okay. Keldon with the ball right now. Drives, pull-up jumper. Rolls off the rim. No good. 1.5 minutes to go. Diego, I froze. Kuzma in the paint, throws up the layup, no good. Jakob with the rebound. Both teams going cold at the end. They're probably tired. Now, I'll recap the stats at the end. Some of these guys have to be close to, 45 minutes? Which is weird because Allen Iverson, think about this. Allen Iverson averaged 42 minutes per game one season. I think he averaged actually 43. Murray with the runner off the glass and good. Bum knee and all. A very difficult shot. Timeout Wizards, 1:03 left. Well, Jacob, he just hit a big shot to put the Spurs up by 3, so there's 1:03 left, chat. Spurs players going down? Yes, it does, Phil. Yeah, Joe, that's timeout Wizards, 1:03 left. And Murray, missed 2 game winners, said, I'm not doing it again. Kuzma for 3 and another OT. Oh, I can't take another OT, guys. Delays a thing for the super chat. Drops a $10. Says you earned it calling this game, bud. Thank you so much. Appreciate the super chat. You guys have all been very, very generous with super chats tonight. Can't thank you enough. We've got a good crowd in here. Can we get to 300 thumbs up? I haven't had a stream get to 300. Your man's working hard, calling double overtime. The stream has now hit the 3-hour mark. My voice is shot. There's a minute left, Manny. A minute. The Wiz need to miss one, and then the Spurs score for, well, that would be a dagger at that point. 4 Spurs players have 20 points, and Jakob need 2 more assists. He still doesn't have the trip dub. He's not going to get it. What's up, Gibless? I'm in Connecticut. For those of you new to the channel, I am a huge San Antonio Spurs and New York Giants fan, and I've been doing sports on YouTube for 3 years. And unfortunately for me, the Spurs have had losing seasons in all those 3 years, as have the New York Giants. That being said, I love my teams, win or lose. And if you're joining the channel, if you're a Spurs fan, obviously subscribe because I cover the Spurs a ton and their live cover their games. If you're a Giants fan by chance, I'm doing Giants content again and plan on calling their live games later this year, so make sure to hit the subscribe button. Or if you just like the atmosphere. Wizards ball. Hey, thank you for so much for the $2 work. A super sticker, if you will. Thank you for your support. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it, Chrissy. And that 3-pointer's no good for the Wizards. 50 seconds left. I was looking at the super chat. That's a missed shot. The Spurs can get the dagger here. And I see another super chat. I'll get it to it in just a moment. To get the ball into Jakob Poeltl in the post and a foul. Joe with a super sticker with the heart. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Good grief. You guys are awesome. I'm not sure I'll end up on your channel, but love it from the Philippines. Well, thank you, Jerome. Appreciate it. I think I'm the only Spurs fan from Israel. Well, hey, like Highlander, there can be only one. Spurs ball, 39 seconds to go after the foul, 14 on the shot clock. Murray getting harassed by KCP. Now the switch with Denny on him. They'll get it to Jakob. Jakob with the jumper. Good! That might be the dagger! DJ with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much. He says, I'm going to visit Connecticut just for your dedication to the Spurs. You don't want to come to Connecticut. You don't. Connecticut kind of sucks. But it was 155, 150, 28.2 seconds left. And of all people, Jakob Poeltl hits a clutch 3-4 foot jumper. Nyan Nyan, channel member, thank you for stopping in. Can I get one of these? Go Spurs, go! Wizards fans, again, no matter what happens, I'm not the trash-talking type of person. I usually only do it maybe with the Red Sox because I despise the Red Sox with a passion because I'm a Yankees fan, and that's just, But hey, good game. If we hold on to this win, if you guys somehow get it back into triple overtime, you guys are missing Bradley Beal, you're missing Kristaps Porzingis, and you have come out and played with heart tonight, and I respect that. So from here, from TSR to you guys, good game. Is this the high-scoring game of the season? I'm not surprised, Ben. 305 points. Woo! That's top 20 of all time, isn't it? Didn't I say 304? Rich needs 14 likes to get to 300. Can we get the likes to the score? That would be pretty cool. Can we get the like count to the score? Go, Philippines, go. Go. Go, Earth, go. United we stand. United we should live. I want everybody to get along. Jose, thank you for stopping in. Thank you all for being here. I'm sure I missed some of your names. Wizards ball. Quick three by Kuzma. No good. They get the offensive board. Follow-up three. It's good! By Raul Neto. 19.5 seconds left. 2-point game. And a timeout by Pop. Does Yak have a career high in points? Shut the front door. I didn't know that, the Kerm. Go, Earth, go. I like to like everybody. Spurs up by 2, 19.5 seconds left. They're showing the replay. Kuzma misses the three, bounces off the rim and the backboard. Rebound by Denny. Denny kicks it out. And Raul Neto with a huge three. I got 300 likes. All right, DJ. Vamos, Earth, vamos. True story. 19.5 seconds left. Melanie, thank you for stopping in. Go, Selena. What a game. I can't take a third overtime either. Joshua Fallon Pirtle, there's no, didn't the NBA change the rules? There's no intentional free throws in the last 2 minutes. I don't think Hack-a-Yak works. 308 points. This game is in the top 20 scoring or high-scoring NBA games of all time. And I'm glad I could call it here tonight with you guys on a Friday night. I am so hungry, though. I've been to a Spurs game. I have, Roshi. Not enough Spurs games. Superior knowledge. Thank you for stopping in. My Wendy, what's going on? You're nervous. I'm nervous. It is Spurs ball. 19.5 seconds to go. They'll inbound it at half court. I was going to jump on my Xbox after this. I'm exhausted. I'm not. After an hour and a half of shoveling and now this 3 hour and a timeout by Devin Vassell. Carlos Jeter with a $5 super chat says, let's do this. Finish them. Round 1. Fight. Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile, Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, Shao Kahn. Round 1. Fight. Flawless victory. Fatality. There's my Mortal Kombat impersonations. I haven't done them in a while, but if you're new to the channel, I also have a very unique voice. I'm also a death metal singer, or Christian metal singer, or goofy variety metal. I do all sorts of things on TSR Music, my music channel. What do you play on Xbox? Jacob, I play Apex Legends, Rogue Company, Dauntless, Gears of War. Probably the game's taking up most of my time right now. Gotta play that Elden Ring, bro. The what? A great Phil Collins. Nice. Thank you, Jacob. Appreciate that. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Joe. Do I play Fortnite? I do not. I know it's extremely popular. Do a who? Folsom Prison metal cover? Who dat? My friends don't like Call of Duty Warzone, so I don't play it. I'm not gonna play the game by myself. Get the ball into Kelvin Johnson. Kelvin getting trapped. Gets it back out to Lonnie Walker. 15 to go. They're gonna have to foul, I think. They fouled DeJounte Murray. It's 13.6 to go. Man, I remember Mortal Kombat back from like Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo when the Super Nintendo one had like spit coming out and the Genesis one had blood coming out and you had to put in like the code Abacaba, I think. I don't remember what it did. You're welcome, Tito. I know, Diego. We're getting close to a million views on that U.S. Women's National Team video. I can't wait. It's so hard to get a million views on videos that don't have that. Like I have a subscriber that has a video with 13 million views, and it's just his brother throwing a basketball on top of a batting cage. I was like, the things that go viral on YouTube. Congratulations to him, of course, but still. Couple substitutions, 156, 153, 13.6 seconds left. DeJounte Murray at the line for one more. Got it. That might be the dagger. They get the ball into Raul Neto. 310 points in this game. Neto probably going to launch a three. Taking way too much time. Launches a three. No good. That's the game. That's the game. Good game, Wizards fans. What a game. The Spurs, I don't know if they're going to have anything left tonight. If you could hit the thumbs up on the way out, would appreciate you. It does help the channel, and my goodness, this is one of the best games of the year. Yes, my team win helps that, but double overtime and just a comeback, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth game. Let's get to some final game statistics. Whew. Thank you, Workforce. This one was tough to call, man. My streams usually are 2 hours and 15 minutes. This one is well over 3 hours. But when you go to double overtime, that's going to happen. Thank you, Superior Knowledge. Appreciate any thumbs up you guys drop. Let's get to the Washington Wizards, and their starting lineup was fantastic. KCP with 24, Kyle Kuzma with 36, 8, and 7, Daniel Gafford with 17, Corey Kispert with 12, Raul Neto with 22, 4, and 9. When I'm giving three numbers, points, rebounds, and assists. Off the bench, Denny Avila with 14 and 9, Thomas Bryant with 6, Ish Smith with 10, Rui Hachimura with 8, Anthony Gill with 4, and Cassius Winston with the donut. He played 4 minutes. Take care, everybody, as you're checking out. Again, if you give the thumbs up, would appreciate it. Let me go over the Spurs' final stats. Doug McDermott with 12. Kellen Johnson with a career high, 32 points, also had 7 boards. Jakob Poeltl, you guys said, had a career high with 28, 11, and 8. Nice game by Jakob. Devin Vassell with 12, 8, and 4. DeJounte Murray, another triple-double, 31, 13, and 14. That's right, 31, 13, and 14. And the Spurs, our main 4 guys, Kelvin played 46 minutes tonight. Jakob, 41. Devin, 42. DeJounte, 43. Some of those guys might not be playing tomorrow night against the Heat. And I don't know if I'm going to call that game because my throat is sore after this game. Lonnie Walker with 23 off the bench. Zach Collins, 4. KBD with 6. Trey Jones, 6. And Tomas Satoransky making his Spurs debut, or at least, did he play already? His scoring debut, scores 3 in a winning effort for the San Antonio Spurs. I am exhausted. We got 327 thumbs up. Double overtime win for the Spurs. I thank you all so much for hanging out tonight. For everyone that super chatted, thank you so much. For everyone that's a channel member, that is a channel member, thank you all so much. You guys are the best. Appreciate you. I'm out. But until next time, what you gonna do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go!